welcome back to another incredible episode of SDS. Welcome back to the Premier League Roundup, because we've got a lot to get into this week. Chelsea snatching it late. You know what I mean? A couple of big results, a couple of big names on my shirt as well, and a couple of big names on the table. Let me introduce my panel sitting next to me, as you can see, in the vice-captain's chair today. We've got Ilyas Noriega.
I like that one.
I like that.
Nice trim, man.
You know what I mean?
Nice trim, man.
Los Santos Customs.
Los Santos. Beijing until next week.
Nah, not Beijing. Not Beijing. Fibers.
Fairs. Well, sitting across from you, a man who is hiding his hair for
yeah,
valid
man.
reasons, wearing a United cap. We've got Abdul Sketch in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd like to point out he is too, by the way.
I mean, listen, for valid reasons as well. And listen, sitting across from me, we've got a man who we're going to be talking a lot with today. A man who's a Chelsea rep at this point on SDS. We got Greasy. Come on, my brother.
Big up.
Yeah. How are you, brother? You good?
I'm good, man. To be honest, I don't know how to feel, really. You know, I say I'm good, but we help these lot towards, getting to that title, man.
Which is actually where we're going to begin.
Yeah.
Manchester City won, Chelsea won. Last second dagger from Enzo.
Yes.
I mean, cause for excitement, or are you a little bit annoyed with that result?
Bro, it's a mixture of emotions for me, because going into the game, I had no hope. Everyone can see the dark cloud with Chelsea right now. Maresca's gone. The fan base, we're so deflated right now. We're seeing no Fofana today. We're seeing, obviously, no Caicedo as well, which was a joke, because that yellow card was not a yellow card, right? For man to not be playing.
Because
of
the
that.
first 3 minutes of the game as well.
It was pathetic. You know what I mean? It was absolutely pathetic. But I'm seeing Josh at right back, Gusto left back, Badiashile, Chalobah pairing, Reece in the middle with Palmer and, Estevao up top. And that. I'm like, we're not going to get anything out of this. 4-0 City. 4-0 City, because I thought as soon as that first goal goes in, it's over for us.
Yeah.
Right? And that first half, to be honest, I think that City really struggled because they didn't prepare for that setup. They prepared for Maresca ball. And Maresca would have probably gone out there and pressed them man for man, which leaves more space in behind.
Yeah.
Whereas with us, it was more reserved, kind of soaking up that pressure. Estevao right wing back, Palmer right wing off the ball.
What did you make of the lineup? Because obviously, was it McFarlane taking a dugout today? And
Social media manager.
McFarlane,
McFarlane to Pep, the
experience
polar
guy.
ends of the spectrum there. It's like the Ryan Mason.
Yeah.
Bro, it's just like that. But
They can't put
when you see, obviously, this is his first game in China, and as you say, you see that type of lineup. What's going through your head?
Honestly, I thought it was cooked. I literally tweeted, I said, bro, it's in God's hands. Like, we're honestly cooked right now, because I'm not seeing how we're going to defend well. Jorgensen in goal. His cross collection's been shocking when he's been playing, right? And it's shot stopping wise, he's not as good as Sanchez, bro. He doesn't give me that stability from the back. I know Sanchez had a bozo gene before, but he seems to have improved.
This
right?
season, he's been much improved.
He's been very good, bro. He's been one of our better players. You know what I mean? So I was not confident. And when I'm seeing the way that we were playing, I'm like, we can't hold out the whole game like this, because City eventually will find a way. But they really struggled, bro. Apart from one save Jorgensen made in the first half, and that Haaland where he hit the post, that wasn't really even a big chance. That was more he created it himself, right? They didn't really create much.
When they found a way, though, Reinders, I can't lie.
Yeah.
That was a bit of quality.
Yeah.
And I've been saying the last couple of weeks, I think the closer you play him towards the opposition box, the more you'll see out of him. And in the last couple of weeks, I think now it's 3 goals in his last 5 games or whatever. But going in at halftime 1-0, you should think essentially City take the game on from here and just kind of cruise into it.
Yes.
I weirdly felt like City didn't get out of second gear, though, in that second half.
You know what it was, though? It's the changes again. And this is where, for me, I've actually titled my review, Pep got outclassed by a novice, right? Because in that second half, those changes actually made Chelsea create better chances than Pep, playing the 3 at the back with the Badiashile in the middle, Chalobah right centre-back, Josh on the other side, Reece and Santos, Santos came on and absolutely changed this game. Even Hato, like, initially he was a bit shaky, but you would expect that. He's barely played.
Tackles,
Yeah, a couple big tackles and whatnot. I thought he came on, he did really well. And if we had better quality in the final third, we honestly win that game. Yeah, because
Delap was through a couple of times from goal.
Even Neto sitting that.
Delap came on.
Oh my God, Pedro Neto. Did it not feel like every attack broke down whenever it got to Pedro Neto's feet?
And this is what I've been getting at this season. Because for me, right, I don't support this Maresca sacking. I don't think he should have been sacked. I wanted him to stay. But I've been criticising him a lot this season. I've been criticising the sporting directors because I don't think they signed enough starters in the summer.
Yeah.
That's a different conversation. When the season starts, you got to lock in and use your squad.
That's your squad now,
Exactly. Maresca, for me this season, bro, you're talking about Neto being a momentum killer. Now imagine him and Garnacho now, right?
Subhanallah.
That's you're a
side.
United fan.
Brother, I'm sorry, bro. I appreciate the money though.
Nothing but love.
Nothing but leave
Love
out
for the
of
money.
it. Me, I'm
Straight
happy.
PSR money
I
as well.
appreciate you, man. That's all profit. We're
Pure
taking that all the way
profit.
to the bank.
It's honestly a headache, and that's where I've been saying, yo, these two together has been an absolute hazard. And I promise you, if Maresca was here today, we would have seen Garnacho play. Garnacho didn't get a single minute. Yeah, Delap came on, did really well for me. I thought he was bringing the ball down a lot better than João Pedro, right?
And better than he has done throughout the season as well. He was holding it up a lot, but the ball was sticking.
And then,
the
and then
ball
he
was sticking,
reverted
yeah.
to type.
Yeah, when he dashed
He gave like
Yeah.
10, 12 minutes of an incredible campaign.
Today
You're
was
thinking,
it was more of an emotional game for the Chelsea players, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the new manager bounce, like everyone says, every time a new manager goes, new manager comes in, it's always the new manager. Same with Delap today. You saw like he played with a bit more extra oomph, and he's playing against former club as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think for me, what really impressed me was that we kind of just went back to basics. We brought Santos on to replicate a role that Caicedo does for us. He was
And
excellent
packed the
off the
midfield
ball.
a little bit the way that City always love to do.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
early
That was
on in the
actually
first
good- it was
half,
a good
remember
change.
they were
Yeah,
dominating the
change,
midfield,
yeah.
and also what killed
Yeah.
City as well was taking off Reinders for Doku.
Yes,
That killed
yes.
them big time because now they took out the extra man in midfield. When I
Yeah.
saw Reinders come off, I thought they would have brought in whatever midfielder they had
Yeah.
sitting on the bench. But I do know they're struggling with
yeah,
their injuries as well.
I think Pep's thinking was we're not getting anything down the middle. Let's try get them wide.
Yeah.
But Gusto off the ball today defensively and even going forward, bro. This is why he needs to be played as an overlapping fullback because for the goal that we scored, he knocked it past O'Reilly first.
Yeah.
Whips in a very good ball, right? We get a goal from it. You know what I mean? And Enzo in this game as well. Enzo Fernandez, I know he gets a lot of... He's like Marmite in the fan base. Yeah, some people really like him. Some people hate him, right?
Where
But
do you
today... I like him. I think Enzo's a very good player. But I don't think he's at the level to be starting consistently for us. I think sometimes take him out, bring him off the bench, right?
is that
I
not
don't
a bit
think
mad to say for a player you paid over 100 mil for?
Yeah, but the context towards that is, bro, January, we
Release
had to play
clause,
above the release clause and whatnot. If we waited till the summer, we had no Champions League football, we don't get the player.
Yeah.
With Man City lurking, with Liverpool's lurking, we wouldn't have got him. So we had to pay above the release clause to make sure we got him done in January. But when you look at his market value, I was saying, bro, Enzo's probably 50 million max, but we had to pay over the odds because we wanted him in January.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But as a player, I think he's a good player. Inconsistent at times, and he's had to learn a new role, box crashing, and all of these things. But let's see what Matisse does with him now.
Yeah,
He's gonna-
let's see what the
you know,
box does. Let's see what Matt does.
you know what I mean? Is he going to play him in the pivot?
Did you okay? Cool. Did you fully want to win that game? Because a lot of Chelsea fans had their eye on the Arsenal title race, and they were thinking, "Yeah, it's a bad one. This is a bit of a gimme. You've got a caretaker manager in. I don't like if City are going to whoop us. It's not the end of the world because then Arsenal are going to be hindered. In the title race. How do you feel about that?
Do you know what it is for me, bro? Yeah, it's like Liverpool dropped points today. Obviously, you had Man United as well. I don't want to be talking about you lot, but they dropped points, right? They've had their easy run-in, and they've got 2 out of 9 points already. You should have beaten Wolves at home, and you should be winning against Leeds as well. Whether it's home and away, you win that
completely
game,
agree.
right?
Completely agree.
So that's 2 out of 9 there. We had to get something today, and I'm happy that we did. Because we've got an easy run-in coming towards the end of the month. We've got Burnley, we've got Burnley at home, we have Leeds at home, and we've also got Wolves away. So there, I'm looking at those games to start to
Pick up some form.
pick up
Yeah.
some form. But we needed that today, man. I know Arsenal, listen, it's helped these lot, but they will be dropping points as well, man.
Hey, thank
know
you,
what I
man.
mean? Those drop points.
No, let's not think about the future. Let's
Yeah.
not think about the past. I just want to say thank you very much to you guys. It's poetic justice that Enzo leaves and Enzo scores the first goal when he's gone.
Yeah.
All these little things. Enzo scored the last goal for Enzo. Like, it's just everything today was just last second, scrappy, so not Man City.
Yeah.
Like, it was just such a... I don't know what to call it. Like, it was just a beautiful weekend. Like,
Yeah.
Arsenal
It worked out
winning,
well for you
Liverpool
guys.
dropping points as well, even though they're out of it.
Yeah.
Just felt good. You guys, it's always good when Arsenal win
Yeah.
and Man United lose, or just drop points. Sorry, and Man City drop points today. It's just
Yeah,
a
man.
beautiful
It's
day, man.
it's
Just a
honestly
beautiful
like
day.
if I'm a Man City fan today, I'm fuming because man, we had no Caicedo. You know what I mean? We had no manager basically, right? And then for us to come out and
Get
be
a
the
point.
better team, we
Do
should
you
have won.
think-
Should have won that
Do
game,
you think
bro.
there was a sense of complacency because of that? Because obviously Man City have been in great form over the last couple of weeks. They dropped points to Sunderland,
Yeah.
but they're turning up against Chelsea, who are managerless, as you say, have
Yeah.
key players missing with Sanchez, with Cucurella,
Yeah.
with a couple of other players.
I forgot to mention those
Yeah.
two. Yeah.
But then it's like, with their quality, they go 1-0 up at half time. They're kind of thinking maybe in second half, cruise control.
Yeah.
Was there a bit of complacency that
And it's the
creeped in?
reason why he made those substitutions because you don't expect Shirky and Foden both to have a bad day in the office, and they both did. And then, like you mentioned Reinders earlier, and I feel like he's the one that's gone under the radar a little bit while Shirky and Foden have been taking all the flowers. The Fulham game, I was on SDS and I said about how brilliant he was when he was close to the striker. So almost in that Lampard bag a little bit. Box crashing late, third man runs into the box and has got a decent finish on him. But the reason why those subs happened for Pep is that it's only 1-0. And he wants to try and get that second. He's chasing that second, and Shirky's not performing, and Foden's not performing. Haaland is still hitting the post, and he still looks scary when he's on the ball, but nothing's really happening there. He has to try and throw the kitchen sink at it, and really, really brilliant subs from Chelsea.
But that's the thing, though. That's where you're saying Cherky was poor, but I've got to look at my players because I'm seeing Reece ball winning. I'm seeing Santos, Cherky's in the box trying to do, jink, and he's just taking the ball off of him, bro. And he's relieving pressure because he's drawing players in and he's just
have to stop that.
playing the ball. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited to see the likes of Santos playing more, the likes of Hatter playing more, because our squad's not perfect, but our squad is better than what I've been seeing, right? 1 win in 7, bro, is unacceptable. You know what I mean, bro? We need to be using these players that we've brought in because we got to see them. You know what I mean? And today, without those guys coming on, we don't win that game. Santos and Hatter and Delap, they helped change that game so much.
Gusto did brilliant for that assist as well.
With the ownership thing as well, I want to know your perspective on it. I think them getting Matisse in charge next, it almost feels like for them, I think they look at this and they say, Enzo project didn't quite work out because for whatever reason they had disagreements. Liam Rosenier just feels like their perfect signing. The multi-club model is working.
Who's Rosenier?
Rosenior?
I didn't know.
Rosenior. I was like, who's Rosenior?
But Rosenior, he looks like their multi-club model's perfectly working. And I feel like he's going to. They want to pacify the Chelsea fan base. That's what it looks like from my perspective. And I've spoken about the ownership and their negligence over Chelsea for so long, but I want to know what you think.
Yeah, man. I think. Listen, for me, I'm worried about the intangibles with him because I think as a coach, I think he's a good coach, right? I've watched a lot of Strasbourg because a lot of our players are there, and obviously Santos last season and whatnot. I like the style of play. It's very similar to Maresca, right? But the main thing that I'm worried about is the intangibles, about the mentality. How's he going to manage coming into a big club, right? Coming into the team right now and making sure that you're playing these lot correctly and, picking up form straight away because we're in dire form right now, So if he comes in and we just carry on being on this bad form, how's he going to react to it? Because managers like Potter, they struggled. Managers like Poch, they struggled, right? So that's the main thing for me because I think tactically, I really like what it's about, but it's more the other side of the game.
Thing is,
that's the main thing I'm concerned about.
The lights are also going to be a lot bigger, let's be honest, because like at Strasbourg, maybe your tactical flaws or points that you drop might not be highlighted, whereas in the Premier League at Chelsea, I think there's a bigger magnifying glass in it, and I think he's going to come under a different type of pressure. And even when you say there, like, he's the perfect fit, I don't know what the Chelsea perfect fit is anymore, because back in the day, for me, the typical Chelsea manager used to be someone who's pragmatic, only cares about winning, and they get the job done. And as long as you tick that, you are good to go.
It's a new time.
Now it feels like they've gone through Potter, which for me is kind of eerily a little bit like Rosenior, rated tactically about his management skills. They tried the Pochettino route. They've gone for Maresca. Maresca, let's be honest, was a similar mold of what Rosenior is. It hasn't worked out. Now they're going the fourth route. And this is the fourth manager in 4 years, if I'm not mistaken?
Fifth. I'm pretty sure it's a fifth. So we've had Potter, we've had Lampard, we've had Maresca, we have had Tuchel, and then there's one more I've not mentioned. Poch. Was it Poch?
Maybe sent you.
Maybe.
But there's one more,
And we even had Bruno, that Bruno guy. Bruno for one game against Liverpool.
Rosenior is also a former Brighton player as well.
Former Brighton player as well.
It's like such a weird kind of, like, I don't even know what the expectations now are going to be. And I'm sure if I asked you now, you'd probably tell me fourth in a trophy. And I'm like, it's so mad to think Chelsea, this is what they're targeting now. Because for 20 years, it almost felt like Abramovich set a precedent of, we are only competing for the big leagues. We're only, like, that's all that mattered. And now it's like, this new board and this new era is almost just like settling for less.
No, 100%, bro. And that's where, for me, I'm looking at the summer. We signed a lot of squaddies, right? Garnacho is a squaddie. Delap is a squaddie, Gittins is a squad player. We didn't sign the guys that are going to come in straight away and start.
Apex talent.
Ekitike, for example. He comes in and starts. Cherky comes in and starts. Gehi comes in and starts. Semenyo comes in and starts.
Apparently Gehi hates you lot, by the way. He doesn't want to come.
Surprised. But even like you're saying, I think if it was Abramovich days and you've got Osman Rodrigo available on the market, he gets Rodrigo.
He goes
they're both starting star players in world football right now, and somehow you lot say, oh, we've got a wage structure now.
Yeah.
We're signing players under a certain age.
8-year contracts.
8-year contracts. We
Mm-hmm.
want to try resell them. What big club now goes to a player and says, oh, we want to boost you up to sell you?
Yeah.
Especially the size
We're
of
going to
Chelsea.
sign you and loan you out for
Yeah.
2 years just so you can come and play for us.
You
See,
signed,
that-
bro,
that's
I
the
seen-
thing.
I saw a graphic of like all the players you've signed under Bowley and whatever his
Yeah,
name is.
Egbali,
All
yeah,
these
yeah.
guys, and like there's been like 4 or 5 hits only, and like
Boy.
the 4 or 5 hits are like you look at them and you're like, I don't know if he's a hit, but if you look at the context of everyone they've signed, you'll go, okay, yeah, he's
Yeah.
better than what we've signed.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
mad, like to spend a billion and
it's-
still
you know, it's-
feel
it's-
teams the way that you feel.
The thing is, for me, like, I'm focusing more on the execution because Barley's gone to these guys, these sporting directors, and said, "Yo, I want the best young players in the world, right? Go get them for me." These lot have gone and got him Garnacho, yeah. Whereas Campos would have gone and got Due, yeah. You're looking at the likes of Olise, right? You're looking at the likes of Kvaratskhelia, another young one, yeah. He's 24 as well, yeah. So it's all about getting young players that are polished and ready to be starting. I don't mind the young player thing because no one talks about Palmer's age. I know Palmer was poor today, right? Caicedo's another young one, yeah? No one talks about these guys' age. You start to talk about their
quality is
age
clear.
when they're not that good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when you start to talk about them, bro. You know? So for me, I'm looking more at the execution. Get rid of these sporting directors because Egbali, I know people are saying blue coat out. Realistically, I don't think that's going to happen. So what you can do is cut off those guys that are doing the recruitment and just go get one guy like a
Because that
Campos.
is one thing I feel like managers definitely always get their feet held to the fire, rightly so. They're the ones setting up the tactics and the system. But I do think if you do have the sporting director model and you go through a period of players not working out like it has for Chelsea, surely they've got to be on the chopping block as well. And let me ask you this as well. In
never
terms
are.
of,
Yeah.
They never are. They just
Bro,
seem to stay on.
That's what I'm
They're
saying. Like,
Teflon almost.
it's like, yo, okay, look, if you want to question Maresca about the decisions he's made in certain games tactically, like for example against Atalanta, we will question him as a fan base, right? I've got no problem if you want to question him about that. But you've got to sit them down now and say, yo, why did you think it was a good idea to sign Gittins, who's a squaddie, and then to add Garnacho on top of that, right?
Doesn't make sense.
Why did you think it
And I
was a
feel
good
like
idea?
your club is going through the same thing, and we'll get to you lot in a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about Maresca though a little bit,
Go,
because
go.
like the way he's left the club apparently as well is I don't know if it's a mutual.
I heard
party.
he left 14 mil on the table in compensation.
So
Yeah.
he's walked away.
Yeah.
What do you make of him walking away? Because for me, the way I'm looking at it is, you knew what you were getting into bed with.
Yes.
You saw how this board and this team or whatever were treating Potter, were dealing with Pochettino. You saw the recruitment that was happening for the past 2 years. And now you've gotten into bed with them for 18 months and all of a sudden you've turned around and decided the babes laying next to you is ugly.
I don't really agree with that. I don't
It's
really
like,
agree with that.
You've been laying here this whole
Yeah.
time. And the thing is maybe it's I don't know. It feels like, in my eyes, he's maybe protecting himself a little bit here when he sees the potential of the Man City job.
Yeah.
And he's like, before Chelsea stain me anymore at the end till the end of the season, let me get out of here while my name is still intact. Is that a fair assessment?
Bro, I think for me, yeah, like they let him down in the summer because I wanted better in the summer, right? Because we won the Club World Cup, no one expected it. He got top 4, no one expected it. He came in with a reputation of championship coach, right? So he needed to be
Performed. Yeah, he performed to
exactly.
expectations. Yeah.
He needed to be backed, right? But at the same time, like what you're saying, he kind of knew what he walked into because their model is all about we're gonna buy the players, you're the coach, you coach the players, and he's spoken about it numerous times. Oh, I'm here to do a job. I love the squad, re-te-te. But then when it comes to it, there's so many players in the squad that we're not seeing. You know what I mean, bro? And then I'm being told that they're not good enough. But then last season, we had players like Dewsbury, like Vega, like Felix. These guys weren't good enough either, right? That's what I was being told. Now I'm being told, let's bring those guys back. We need those guys back. It's better than the squad players now, right? For example, today, Santos Hato. If Maresca was here and we didn't see them today, it would be because they're not good enough. But then you see Santos come on and have a much better game than the likes of Rodri. You know what I mean, bro? So it's like, I get it. I'm with Maresca on this. He should have been backed more. But you like you said, you kind of know what you walked into, bro. You should be using the squad a lot better than what he did to get better results, bro. I don't think that he really used the
I think
squad
he's
that
proud.
great today.
I think he's prideful. Yeah, and maybe his stock is at a decent. I think you're right. Like he got the Club World Cup. He knows the way his stock is now. If I'm gonna have a future job that might be better than the Chelsea job right now, then if I let this season continue to be like this, I'm just gonna be restricted, and I'm not gonna be able to express myself the way I want to on the football pitch. Granted, I'm in agreement with Don in terms of I don't think he's done as well of a job as like there's been a lot of fanfare about ownership. Yeah, Maresca's had some question marks at his table as well.
Could you not say every coach could use that excuse where if they don't achieve their targets, they say, "Oh, I wasn't back properly in the window." Oh, I wasn't.
We always see that. We've seen it with Glasgow.
But is this not the
We've seen it
whole?
with you guys.
But is this not the whole point of like managers and coaches? In my opinion, like you get given certain players and you get more out of mediocre players, or you're able to find a system
Okay, but cool.
that
Now
makes your
now
players
I
thrive.
turn
No,
around.
but wait. But the thing is, I feel like nowadays there's so many of these young managers nowadays, especially where it's like, if I don't get my way, it's the highway, basically.
but he's
won.
If it's not my way and with my system and this tactic, I can't coach a man.
But he's won,
as a
though.
coach, as a manager, you're meant to be able to adapt to different situations. I remember your club, Fergie, for example, was it one of his last windows where he got Obertan, Bebe, and all these scrubs?
Yeah.
Went and won
Won
the
the
title the
league
next year.
title, yeah.
Why? Because I have a certain set of group players. I know
make-
I
get
can
the
get the
most
best.
out of them. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And I feel
yeah.
like nowadays it's similar. Your coach is going through it with his system, and it's the same with Maresca. And I'm like,
Yeah.
a lot of these new age coaches, I feel like it's just one way, and there's no adaptability whatsoever. And
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like it's almost a form of running of the grind, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I know
literally,
there was-
because for me, he should have stayed at Chelsea. He should have seen what the board do in January. But it's
Yeah.
almost as if like, I don't know if you've been told maybe he's not being backed in January or something.
It was-
but it's like
I think that's
you're,
what it is.
you're
It's-
just
it's-
kind of
he even
multiple
came out
things.
in that press conference where he said, I had the worst 48 hours of my life.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks ago. And it's like, from then you could tell, all right, cool. The rumours come out of Man City and Juve are interested in him.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's saying the worst 48 hours of my life. I feel like you said, he was trying to engineer his way out.
Yeah.
And then he probably went and had a meeting and said, cool, I want this, this, and that. And they said, we can't do that. And he said, cool, I'm going to leave. And he went into the boardroom and said, I quit. Apparently didn't take a compensation package, which I don't believe, because everyone's
He took-
about their
he took
money.
something. Yeah,
everyone's about their money.
yeah.
So of course I don't believe that. But I still feel like the way he left, he engineered it himself. Because he knew what was coming.
Of course, bro. It's
knew
like,
what was
right now, if you work in finance, you're you know about finance and whatnot, right? You've got a job now, and you've got PwC that are calling you on your line, and you're gonna go to your other job that it's not a big accountancy firm that you work for.
Yeah.
You're thinking, I've got PwC on my line, yeah. Oh, you man, give me a new contract, right? You're not gonna be focusing on your work right now because you've got a bigger thing that you can go to, and I feel like it's a similar sort of thing with Maresca and Man City, because we were told by Ornstein that since October, November, they've been on his line.
Yeah.
And he made Chelsea aware of it, right? So there's a side to it where it's like, yo, have you taken your eye off the ball because you've got Haaland there, you've got Cherky, you've got Foden there, and you know you can go back there and you're going to be backed more. So did you stop caring about Chelsea? Because the last game against Bournemouth, apparently, bro, man just got ready and just left. Apparently, he didn't even say anything
Yeah,
to
he
the
didn't
players.
do it. He sent Willie Caballero done it.
He no, as in like even before he told about
He said
the
he was
presser.
sick.
Yeah, he said he was sick, but I'm saying like apparently he got dressed in the changing room and didn't say anything to the players and just left, right? So it's like when people are saying did he engineer a move away, I hear that point of view because if City are calling you, naturally your mind is gonna be like, yo, I got Man City over there,
As
I
any
got better
manager,
options. It's like, yo, I might as well cut. You know what I mean? And for me, I feel like there's been so many games this season where I'm like, Maresca, this is not you, bro. You know what I mean? This is really not you. Like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's a shame because I didn't want him to go. I wanted him to turn things around. I was saying Maresca fix up, not Maresca out, fix up. But it's happened now, innit? It is where it is.
I got one last question before we move on.
Go.
So Liam Rosenior comes in. His next 4 games, he's got. You guys have got Fulham away.
Yep.
You've got Charlton away in the FA Cup. You've got Arsenal at home in
We've
the
got
EFL
Fulham
Cup.
first, innit?
Yeah, Fulham first, and then you've got
Midweek.
Brentford at home after. Out of those 4 games, what do you see happening with Liam Rosenior? Like, do you think he can win those 4 games? Do you think he'll go on like a nice little winning streak, or do you think it'll just be him trying to steady the ship and then trying to progress from there?
Figure things
You
out.
know what it is, bro? It's so hard to really
Chelsea
say.
fans are quite toxic as well.
No, 100%. That's what I'm saying.
quite
That's what I'm saying, bro.
yeah.
Like, it's hard because I don't know what shape he's gonna come in with. Is he gonna go for 4-3-3? Is he gonna go for 4-2-3-1? Is he gonna come in straight away and try to do a 3 at the back? Because right now he's playing 3 at the back at Strasbourg. But again, like you said, you have to adapt to the players that you've got. And for me, we shouldn't be doing the back 3 thing with the players that we've got. Right? I know Neto looks like a left wing back, but let's play these guys as wingers.
to be left
You know
wing
what I
back on
mean?
the bench.
Yeah.
Needs to be, bro.
But for me, honestly, I think if he just sticks to the basics, overlap these guys, right? Bring Santos more into the fold to help the likes of Enzo Fernandez, yeah? And play more quality on the ball like a Esteval.
Yeah.
I think he can get more results. You know what I mean? I think what happened with Maresca, he started to persist with things that weren't working. The likes of Neto and Garnacho, they kept letting him down, right? And he kept persisting with them. When you do that as a manager, you're cooked. Because when you don't get different results.
Big egos, man.
Yeah.
Big egos. You got to keep going and you got to tell the owners this is working for me and I'm going to keep it.
Yeah,
going,
bro.
innit?
So
That's how it
honestly,
is.
to answer your question, it will be easier for me to say it when he's here and I can see how he's managing the team.
So you can see after the first game, you'll be able to. After the Fulham game, you'll be able to kind of tell.
Yeah, you know,
like
after-
what direction he's going in.
It will take more than one game, in all honesty. It will
but
take
I
more
think
than
most
one
of the
game.
time when a manager comes in for their first game, you can kind of tell.
Yeah.
Especially it being a Fulham game. If he came in against Man City, it's different.
Yeah.
Maybe he goes for the reserve 5 at the back
Yes,
to
yes,
try and
yes,
not
yes.
lose.
Yeah.
But someone like Fulham, you can kind of play your kind of your way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like with him, I feel like it's gonna be an easier transition for the players because the style of play is very similar to Maresca's. It's not identical, but in terms of man-to-man pressing, the way that he builds up from the back, principles translate very. It's not like
It's very
Ten
similar.
Hag to Amrim. You know what I mean? It's quite
very
similar.
easy to transfer it over.
Yes. So that's why I'm looking at the likes of Enzo now to kind of show more leadership. Like today, Reece needs to show more leadership with the team. I really like how Colwell and Caicedo were still with the team today. Cucurella. We need these guys to really help these younger players.
I like that they came.
Yeah.
That's it was a good sign from the interim coach to do that.
Yes.
Good luck to Matisse, but I still think that Chelsea, with the quality of players, singular players that they do have, like I think Cucurella's on, if not one of the best left backs in the world. Reece James, one of the best right backs in the world, one of the best even midfielders in the season. Apparently, he's doing everything. Yeah. They have so many quality players there. I do think Chelsea need a top coach, but that's just not the model that they're going for right now. So we'll see how it goes.
There's not many top coaches.
And there's not much available.
There's not many, man. And that's why it's a shame, man. Because I'm looking at Maresca. I honestly think he's going to be part of the next batch of managers, like the Artetas, the companies, and the Glasners, and these sort of guys. It's a shame.
Maresca scared away all the good coaches, man. Scared all the good coaches from looking at Chelsea, man.
Boy, it's true. It's true, boy.
It's interesting. Well, listen, just to wrap up on this game, Enzo Fernando's who got the winner in that game.
Where does he play?
Fernando.
Fernandez.
Enzo Fernando.
Fernandez.
The Isle of Fernando.
Hey, that's a illegal.
Don't like it.
Being the Arsenal fan here, just quickly before we wrap up on this, does this result essentially make it perfect for you?
Just want to shake your hand.
Yeah, you can't. No, you can't. Man. You can't.
I know there's still a long way to go. I know we just started 2026, but this essentially hands you.
This is okay. We're not going to do that. We're not going to say hands us the league because we know what Man City can do. They just randomly go on a 17-game winning streak, play every bad team in the league, and
you got PTSD, haven't you?
Surviving Man City. Surviving City, bro. I remember, bro. How do you think I lost my airline? How? Surviving City, bro. But no, it doesn't hand us the league. It's a great start to 2026. Beautiful start. Obviously beating Bournemouth the way we did.
Yeah.
But
3-2 winners in the end.
Yeah, but Man City dropping points back-to-back games. Like, not many people would expect that. For them to draw as well against a helpless Chelsea team. Not like a Chelsea team who are in form, absolutely helpless. And I think the script was there. Like everyone, like I said earlier, everyone knows when a new manager comes in, whether it's interim, brand new manager, can't speak a lick of English, the team always does better. And I think it was an emotionally charged up game. Like, obviously Cole Palmer didn't play that good, but like people like Esteval getting a start, Andre Santos coming off the bench.
Yep.
Hato hadn't played a game since like October.
You could tell from his first couple of touches.
And I see rumours that Ajax were going to come back in for him.
Yeah.
Ajax were going to come back in loan and say, let's sign him back permanently in the summer. Like those kind of things help a team get over the line and beat a team like Man City. Obviously, Man City weren't helped with the injuries. That I saw their bench. They had like 6 youth players on their bench. And when Reinders came off, they could only bring on Doku and they didn't have another centre midfielder. But still, the quality that City had on the pitch, you can't get. You have to beat Chelsea in that game. It's beautiful for Arsenal. And
let's move on to Arsenal.
Goes towards the script, man. Goes towards the script.
Man.
Bournemouth almost ruined the script this weekend.
Won your last 15 out of your last 20 games in the Premier League, which is, I think here, only in 2023 and in 1932 have they won more in their first 20 matches in a league season. Do you know how insane
I think Emilio could name us the starting
11. Yeah, for sure.
Done it. I think Emilio.
Chapman's 11.
And the Sharky will be able to tell us who the director of football was at that time. That's what we'll tell us.
But Declan Rice getting a brace as well. I think it's first
let's
in
pause,
296 games.
Let's just pause.
Can
we talk about how Declan Rice is on a PFA Player of the Year run right now? Can we talk about it?
He was unbelievable.
He's having an amazing
floor.
No, listen, speak on it. This is going to be the Declan Rice segment.
No, I'm not that good with my words, so I'm going to tell you.
I'm going to back you up, don't worry.
Declan Rice, what he's been doing this season for Arsenal, the value he brings to that club, to my club, not that club, to the value he brings to my club, I almost look at him as like one of my younger brothers now. Like when I see him on the pitch, I'm like, that's my little bro there. Him and Saka together.
You even tap people next to you, you say, that's my little brother.
No, bro, my dad and his dad, same. But mums are different. Same, but mums are different. Because I got a bit of I got a bit of something in me. So it's that side. But with Declan Rice, what he's been doing this season, I don't want to bring up England because it's not part of the Premier League, but also what he does for England and international level, what he's going to do hopefully in the World Cup. But what he's doing this season, the 2 goals that he scored the other day, he's been box crashing a lot this season, and he's not really getting on the end of crosses. Saka obviously with the smartness, the clever IQ, just to cut it back. He could have gone for goal easily there.
Odegaard in both goals as well.
Odegaard as well.
Odegaard's been good past
and
few
the
games.
assist as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But what he's been doing every season he's got a little niggle, a little knock. Like he just came back. You saw Morgan Rogers. Yeah, my knee's super
Yeah, he was
swollen.
even telling, yeah.
I was looking at it like, damn. I took him out of my FPL team. I said he's not going to play.
Yeah.
Scored 2 goals. I was fuming, but he came off the bench for me. But
that's good.
what he's been doing this season is like, I don't think many midfielders have done this in the Premier League. Not many midfielders. The way he's carrying a team, hopefully to the Premier League title at the moment, him and Gabriel as well.
Yeah.
The way they're carrying this team to a Premier League title, I think it's written everywhere for him to win the PFA.
I was going to say,
Player.
is he becoming almost like the face of this team? And I know like Saka's always been the face, but this season in terms of performances, consistency, quality, you even look at the kind of the big Madrid moment last year, but that was last season. But even this season, it feels like he's really making this team his own. I know at the start of the season, people were talking about, Odegaard stripping off the captaincy, Rice is the spiritual leader. But now you're even seeing it in the performances. And I think, to be fair, Coach Cam's made a great comparison as well, where he said, this is probably the closest player I've seen to Roy Keane in terms of defensively what he brings, the legs he's got. Now and I think Roy Keane himself said, the one thing Rice needs to add to his game is a few more goals, few more assists. And now you're seeing that this season especially. But do you think, one, that comparison is fair as well, but then two, is he becoming almost like the face of this team now at this
He's
point?
eventually going to be Mr. Arsenal of this current group.
Yeah.
Not obviously in Arsenal history, but of this current group. He does deserve the armband. I get why he's not going to get it because it's going to look a bit bad if you just... Let me take it off Odegaard and give it to... Odegaard kind of has to leave for...
But you can have those people that don't have the armband bar leaders.
Xhaka was... A lot of players are like... Goalkeepers are normally like that. Centre-backs are normally like that. It's usually kind of the face of the club, the pretty boy, maybe the star boy that gets it. But he is, at the moment, Mr. Arsenal. What he does on the pitch, what he does off the pitch, what he does internationally, everything right now is going for Declan Rice. And like I said, if Arsenal do win the Premier League and he carries on the way he's playing now, I think he will win Player of the Year because I think right now it's kind of wide open. There's not any standout players. Haaland's been doing it, but it's like he just gets the goals. He doesn't do the flashy stuff that players in the past used to do. There's no big centre backs at the moment like Vidic or even when Ruben Diaz won it a few years ago that can take the crown, and goalkeepers never win it. So I think at the moment it's there for him to grab it and take it by the scruff of the neck. But we'll see how towards the end of the season goes and how he performs.
You mentioned the box crashing there, and I think Zubimendi's given him a lot of lesser responsibility he has to do in the build-up play. And I think he's looking a lot more like, and I said this on my own platform as well, he's looking a lot more like West Ham Declan Rice.
Thank you very much.
And that's the Declan Rice that I was a big fan of when he was playing at West Ham.
To be fair though, I think he was that even when he had Partey next to him.
Yeah, he did
I
have
feel
a bit
like
more
now he's taken another leap even beyond that.
No, but what it is for me, the reason why it's been so consistent is because his role has changed. Like last season, Arteta mainly had him in the left half space like Xhaka, right? And
quite
for me,
high up the pitch sometimes, in pockets sometimes.
Yeah, in pockets. And I'm like, bro, Rice needs to be on the ball.
profiling.
Rice needs to be getting touches on the ball from deeper, kind of screening the centre backs and then kind of crashing the box rather than waiting for the ball in the pocket like a Xhaka and trying to make things happen.
I agree.
That's not his game for me, right? But what you're seeing now is a guy who's closer to Zubi in build-up, right? They're working well as a pivot. Very close to the centre backs, screening the middle of the pitch, and then he's going up when he needs to, similar to what he did at West Ham, right? And this is the best version of Rice for me, like what you just said. Because when I was saying last season, like Rice has not been good this season. This was last year. I was getting a lot of abuse. I kept saying, bro,
trust me, I know
change his role. Change his role and go back to the Rice from West Ham. Yeah? The Rice that's in a double pivot, a bit deeper, but still has the license to go up. That's the best version of Rice. Nah, he's doing well here. He's scoring goals. He's creating for us. I'm like, bro, he's not on Eze. He's not on even a Skelly in that position. He can't really get the ball and just run through players and make things happen like that. He's a guy that's kind of crashing the box late, shooting from outside the box, defending because we know how good he is off the ball, right? And that's what he's been doing. That's what he's been doing this season, bro. He's been more kind of sweeping up and crashing the box. You know, I think the role has been a massive change.
Is he turning you from a doubter to a believer now?
Not necessarily. What he's doing, I think because
Just because he's not got the Spanish flair to spin on the half.
Not necessarily. Just because I actually think Don hit the nail on the head there. The role I was seeing him in previously just wasn't conducive to the player that Rice is. He doesn't need to be that high. Maybe even sometimes on the last line where he's dropping off and trying to pick up balls in the pockets. It just doesn't make sense, and he looks bad then. That's when you see all those clips that you see on social media all the time. When things are being miscontrolled, it's just not best suited for him as a player. And I do think he has been much better this season. But I think that this Bournemouth game specifically, Bournemouth kind of adapt and make you play their way almost always, especially when they're at home as well.
It's chaos.
It's chaos. It's a basketball game. And they did have really, really good moments. I think
1 in 10.
I think Tavernier is almost becoming like that. I know Bournemouth are struggling right now, but that mid-table kind of midfield general for a team that everything goes to, I think Tavernier has been brilliant for them as well. But when they play like that, you have to match them in that intensity. And I think the 4-4-2 that Arsenal play there's actually quite a lot of risk attached to it. But what is the biggest ultimate person that is dealing with all that risk is Declan Rice. And we saw that being missed in the previous game. Arsenal getting caught in defensive transition when it's Zubimendi, Marino, and against Aston Villa. They were getting caught a lot in defensive transition. He's been very, very much improved this season.
Yeah.
So do you think he's got a chance for PFA Player of the Year this year?
I think
I want to start the agenda. I want to start the
it's
movement.
fair for you guys.
I want to start the movement.
But man, especially in a game where Saka doesn't start. Saka's another one that's a big leader. Gabriel has a mistake. I know he made up for it there.
Yeah.
It's like you have so many big players and big personalities throughout the team. If one of them isn't working, Rice will be there. If Saka's not going to be there, Gabriel will be there.
I feel like with your two right wingers as well, Noni's dribbling, by the way. There was a couple
He's
of
always
moves.
been very good at dribbling.
So good.
You know what you need with Noni?
That's not the problem.
He's
It's
the final.
The
final action.
the narrative around him has changed so
Saka.
much. I see the same player. I literally see the same player.
To teach Noni how to shoot.
I seen someone
you need
today.
Noni to teach Saka how to dribble.
No. Hold
You
on.
would get the perfect mixture.
Let's go
We
back a
don't
little
need
bit.
Saka to learn how to dribble like Noni.
Let's go back a little bit.
Saka's perfect the way he is. Saka's perfect the way he is.
Should Saka be teaching him how to shoot? This Saka we're seeing this season when he's new. Every time he's shooting the ball, new. Yeah, I don't know if he should be getting lessons from him right now. Right? He needs to be getting lessons.
Has been a
He
bit
needs to be
wayward.
getting lessons.
He's been a bit
No,
wayward.
it's true though. He needs to go get lessons from Trossard. Yeah, Trossard is the guy he needs to be getting lessons from. Yeah, he's the guy that knows how to finish. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of dribbling, bro, Madueke.
He's always had.
We saw it at Chelsea.
Yeah,
he's always been an intricate dribbler, but it's
Yes.
the final action, whether it's the cross, whether it's the final shot, the final pass, where he's lacked. He's still young. He even said it in an interview after the game. I'm young. I'm learning. I want to get better at my craft, which is good. You want to hear one of your players say that. But, I think Noni was good that game. But I feel like you said, it was just so chaotic. Like there was so much going on. Like I'm seeing the ball in one box. I'm seeing the other box. Gabriel making a mistake like that. Like and you know those mistakes just caught in two minds. Like I think he looked over his shoulder, saw Evan Nilsson and said, I can't play the ball there. And still play the ball there. Do you know what I mean?
Just already.
And then he quickly made up.
Yeah, I think what it is with your chance creation in this game was very good. Like the chances he created for Rice were really clear cut.
Both cutbacks.
Both cutbacks. I think you need to start to do that more, man. Because when I watch Arsenal, it's a lot of go to Saka and cross it to the back post. Odegaard will get the ball, try and cross it back post, and try to zip it. You know, Trossard scoring weldies. It's time to now go back to the days of Man City with Sterling and Sane. Yeah, where they used to just whip it across the box.
We do a lot of cutbacks, but the issue with the cutbacks is you've got players like Odegaard who like to wait on the edge of the box rather than crash into the box.
Yeah.
Declan Rice now,
crowd out
the
that
last
space.
like 4 or 5 games, except for like the Villa, the game he missed, I've seen him crash into the box.
Yeah.
Maybe just miss the ball or the ball doesn't get to him. So like the idea is there. And we know, like, once it starts, it's going to keep going. Especially, like, someone like Saka with the IQ that he's got. He always knows someone's going to be on the edge of the box. I think we'll get more goals.
And
like
also,
that.
if you get someone more
yeah.
potent than
Like even Marino, if Marino coming on, he's very good at the box crashing. Even though I dislike him when he's deeper and away from the box. When he's in and around the edge of the box, he's very good at the box crashing. So I feel like people.
I thought Gyökeres was better, by the way. In this game, I thought he was better.
Little hold-up play.
No, he was better. I think if we're being as openly critical,
You know when the bar is in hell, man just starts praising anything.
Can I be honest with you, Can I be honest with you,
I'm saying the reason why it has to be mentioned is because if we're as openly critical as I have been with Gyökeres throughout this whole season, I think it was much less wrestling involved and more, but because that's the biggest issue with him. The reason why he was compared to Højlund for so long was because all he was doing was wrestling for so long. But he was a bit better at engaging and occupying centre halves in this game, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, he played a big part in the first
He
goal,
played a
didn't
huge
he?
part in that goal.
You're not hearing it. You're not hearing it.
Yeah, man, you bought the guy. You bought the guy
I'm
for
not
goals.
hearing it at all. And that ain't the only summer signing I want to speak about. I want to speak about the other summer signing who 4 games in a row now, we have not seen him be told to warm up whatsoever. They were letting it all work out when it was North London Derby Day. But 4 weeks in a row now, we haven't seen him. What's happened to him?
I feel like he's getting punished for that Aston Villa goal, the Matty Cash at the back post. Obviously, we don't know what's happened, but that's the last time he played. He made the mistake. He came off quite early in that game. Might have been half-time or just after half-time. And I feel like he's still getting punished from that, you know. I feel like but I don't think it's a punishment. I think it's more constructive criticism right now. I think it's more of in the training ground, Arteta's drilling into him. This is how we need to defend.
Yeah.
Because you know Arsenal at the moment,
Yeah.
2-3 years ago, we was gun-ho, run at everyone. But now it's we've got to defend first, protect our goal, and then go forward.
That was a Levi in mastermind moment.
I feel like now he's trying to drill into Eze's head. Yo, you need to learn the defensive side properly first, and you don't care one part about this. But I feel like he wants to do that. I feel like he wants to teach him that. I feel like he wants to do that, and then reintegrate him back into the league. I think it's crazy that he's not gotten any minutes.
Yeah.
4 games now.
Marino coming on before him. Like I like Marino, but Marino coming on centre midfield in a game when we're 3-2 up is crazy to me.
Crazy.
Marino on the ball, when he gets that ball and he has 5 seconds to think about what he's going to do next, is the worst player in the world. The worst player in the world.
Yeah,
give him the ball when 3 men are around him.
he'll
he's
lose.
Doing something.
Yeah,
he's doing
yeah,
something.
yeah.
But give him time, the ball, he's doing something.
Yeah.
So bringing him on was crazy to me.
Because he hasn't really, the 10 position, for example, where everybody was thinking he was going to play. Odegaard has pretty much over the last couple of weeks reclaimed that. And I think start of the season, people were saying, Odegaard, get out of the team. We want to see Eze. Then it was like, Eze might be better on the left. And Arteta doesn't really trust him on the flank. And I think Trossard's form also has definitely helped towards that as well.
Count into that, yeah.
But for me, I just think it'd be a damning indictment if you went on to win this season. I mean, it's a good thing. But if Gyökeres and Eze basically end up playing minimal parts in it, having spent the amount of money that you spent,
close to a
but
title
it's pretty
without
much the
them
same.
anyway.
Yeah,
They've been close to a title
But
without
the
them.
team
they
that
can't
basically
escape
you
from
had
it, though.
last year is the team that's winning this year. If that makes sense. So
Yeah.
it's
No, it's true. No, you've got a fair point there because listen, as much as you can say, Gyökeres was better in this game in the space, the hold up was a little bit better.
These two were brought
he was
in
brought in
to
to
be-
score goals.
Yeah, of course.
Get us over the line.
And when you're talking about PFA, bro, it should have been Gyökeres for the PFA because he's been scoring all these goals
Yeah, that's
to
what
win
he
the
should have
league.
been. That's what Nacho should have been.
Not Rice. Obviously, Rice he's got to contribute.
I
He's
get
part
what
of
you
the
mean,
team.
yeah. For what we've brought him in
What
for.
exactly?
But I
yeah,
would say
yeah.
that Arsenal could have won the Premier League title in other seasons. Obviously, it didn't happen, and you can laugh about it, and I'm very happy to laugh about it. You know me, I'm right here. But I'm saying that Arsenal, without these two additions, could have won Premier League winners without them. And I look at this squad so many times. The only thing they're missing is a Premier League title. Like, these guys have had so much established years in the Premier League, playing at a decent level now, or a high level, some of them. And all they needed was that league title. So Gyökeres and Eze were brought in to supplement that. But I'd even double down and put in Eze stocks right now. Because I can imagine a time when Odegaard struggles with games, and Eze will be the one that has been brought in. Because I agree with you. He's asked to do in that Odegaard up front with Gyökeres. That front two that they do is actually quite a complex role for our players to just come in and learn all of a sudden. So I think Eze will become more important in the second half of the season. Gyökeres maybe not so much.
Didn't have a preseason as well, but also if you don't bring in Eze, when Odegaard comes back now, he might not feel like his position's under pressure.
Exactly, and then you'll start getting performances like Odegaard. Odegaard's got a fire under his ass now.
Yeah, right now we're getting Odegaard from
you
2
could have
years
said
ago.
the same thing about Jack Grealish when he was at City. Sometimes when another player steps in, now the pressure's not there. Sometimes I feel like you could be a big fish in a small pond.
True.
And
Yeah,
then
that
sometimes when you come to a bigger club, you just realise you're just another cog in a machine.
That's why he would have
Like,
suited you guys so
literally,
much. He would have been a big fish in a small pond.
Yeah, that's against.
I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know.
I think for me, when I've watched a lot of games of Eze this season, I think it's a mentality thing with him, man. Because a lot of what he's been doing has been, get the ball, kind of hiding in the pockets. He'll get it, he'll pop it off. He hasn't really been taking responsibility
Mentality
himself.
midget?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I wouldn't say mentality midget.
You can call it that.
I know he's on the banner
call
team
it
right
that.
now, but I feel like someone like Eze to go from a team that solely played through him to then go to a title contending team where you're barely gonna get any touch of the ball and you're not the main focal point. You've got Odegaard, you've got Saka, Gabriel's another main focal
Grealish
point.
syndrome.
That's what I'm saying though. Like there's times
he needs
where
to get out of that.
He needs to get out of that, bro. Because even with one of my boys, he's got a season ticket, and he says, bro, like there's games I'm watching him off the ball, and he's hiding. Like he's not trying to get
There's
the
a lot
ball.
of fake pressing. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
But he does do
There's a lot of footballers.
You know what I mean?
that do that.
It's a lot of like just get it and
But at
just
the
look
top
busy.
level, he can't hang. At Arsenal, that's not. You can't do a lot.
Bro,
of
that's,
that.
that's what I mean. I feel like him making that mistake against Villa, letting someone run off the back post. It happened with
That might
Garnacho
have
as
been
well.
his
Happened with Garnacho as well.
Garnacho's happened more than once.
It's happened more than once, and he hasn't really played since then. For those mistakes, I feel that's a big mistake,
And it's a big
managers
lesson for him to learn.
magnify that a lot
Yeah,
because
yeah.
when you're going for a title and you make a mistake like that,
It's
and
these
you're
small
the
details.
let it work out signing,
Yeah.
it goes okay, cool. Now you can have to suffer and you have to learn from your mistakes. So hopefully you don't do it again.
Let's see if he learns.
loves it, yeah.
Let's see if Eze
Let's see if
learns.
he
Yeah,
does.
man. Listen, as a Chelsea fan right now, man, it's dangerous, man. It's
dark for you guys,
It's
man.
dark
It's
right
dark.
now, man, because I'm seeing what's happening with my club right now, and I'm seeing Arsenal right now, and they're winning games that they normally normally drop points, right?
Yeah.
They beat Fulham away. They usually drop points there. And, this season, bro, like against Villa, you won against them at home.
We didn't beat Bournemouth last season.
You didn't beat Bournemouth, you beat them. So there's results that I'm looking at now and you're changing them in your favour, right? And I'm looking at Man City, bro. Guardiola might be out for a while. Diaz is injured as well. It's yours to lose, Ilias. It's like, yo,
You are favourites.
I know you've got PTSD, but it's honestly yours to lose.
No, it is. What?
Yeah.
How many points are we above?
6 points.
6 points.
6 points
18
clear now.
games left to
Man City
18
still
games,
got to
48
go.
points.
They've got to go to the bridge. Man City still got to come to the bridge. They've still got to go St James's Park, I think.
we played
They've still got to go. Have they got Old Trafford yet?
You would remember because it would have been a
They
bracket.
ain't got Old Trafford yet.
No. We're gonna play them soon. We've got them in like 2 games.
They've still got to go. They've been Spurs away. They've got Spurs at home, but they
been us, but
usually.
we
You
got
know what I
to
mean?
them.
They've got some harder games. Like you've got most of your harder games out of the way, and obviously
And
it's
by the
Prem.
way, they're playing Newcastle at home.
No game's hard at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But
the
I know what you
Prem,
mean
innit?
on paper.
No,
you
they
look
come-
at the
they
big
come into
6
Old
away
Trafford,
games.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Exactly,
tough.
bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So right now, like that should give you guys the drive to go on and win the league, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's yours to lose. It's yours to lose, bro.
It is ours to lose, and I think it was ours to lose from the beginning of the season, where everyone talked about us being the favourites. Up there
Favourites,
with
Liverpool.
Up there with Liverpool, yeah. Up
Yeah.
there with Liverpool. So I feel like
And they've fallen away, so now.
it is ours to lose, and hopefully we don't crumble under the pressure. I
Well,
think.
listen,
Yeah.
you've won 15 of your last 20 games, as I mentioned earlier. But Bournemouth, on the other hand, have failed to win 8 Premier League games this season when scoring 2+ goals. And by the way, Eddie Krupi on that finish, insane. He is looking like an
highest
incredible
scoring
talent.
teenager in the Premier League with 6 Premier League goals.
Hey, do you think Ryan should have
Yeah.
saved that?
You're so lucky Faisal was here.
Bro,
Faisal would have cooked.
that was
He would have
I
cooked.
think he should have, but there were bodies in the way as well.
Nah.
I do think
Is it
he did
T-Rex
see
arms?
it late.
It's the arm T-Rex.
Has he got
thing.
T-Rex arms a little bit?
Yeah,
For me,
yeah.
that was a window. No, for
It's a
me,
good finish.
Great
It's
goal.
very
it
good
moved,
finish.
It moved. But when it's very central like that, and someone who's got cat reflexes like Raya, I'm expecting a save.
You want to see a
The
save?
Soboslai one that Faisal was talking about is blasphemy. Ridiculous. Should never have said that.
With a free kick.
The free kick.
He said
What
that
about
right.
Richarlison?
He should say
Yeah,
right.
I should have got it.
What's Richarlison? The chip. It's happened before, man. We play so high. Our keeper plays high. It happens.
Remember that one? The bridge? The cross. Mudryk cross.
He's a-
Oh, yeah. That one. That's about how long?
I can't remember why.
Mudryk doesn't even play for
I
Fulham.
said, yeah, man.
He's in jail. Mudryk's in jail right now.
I had free
They're
Mudryk,
doing
man.
that. Free Mudryk.
I can't remember what I done 3 days ago, man. I'm talking about
man.
2 years ago, man.
Martin Zubimendi won possession 12 times in today's game against Bournemouth, the most by an Arsenal player in any game this season.
The
By the
unlocker
way,
of Declan Rice.
yeah, I actually think he is getting massively overlooked in terms of how much he's contributed, how easily he's settled into that team.
He adapted so quick.
Very well. Let's move on to Leeds Man United, shall we? And just
we talk
before
about
we
Liverpool
do start, I did get a tweet sent to me by Hasib here. Just in. This is from Time Sport. They've said Manchester United are set to review Ruben Amorim's comments on Monday morning after choosing not to respond immediately following his outburst. Now, Ruben Amorim's comments, let me see if I can get them up.
He was wilding out, bruv. He was crashing out, man.
So the main quote that they're talking about is the Amorim basically raging after the game, saying, "I just want to say that I came here to be the manager of Manchester United, not the head coach," specifying that he is there to run the entire ship, not just guide the players. What do you make of the Amorim situation? What did you make of the game as well, Abs? Talk to us.
Give us a smile at least.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the smile faded.
There's nothing.
Energy went to
There's
smile,
nothing.
man.
There's nothing.
Man
to smile
came with the
about.
merch today, man. I feel good.
Yeah.
Bro, straight in your back.
You know, Glazers out. Man came with the merch.
Supporting them, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I won't stop supporting Manchester United, but my reaction to the comments and I've stopped listening to Amorim press conferences a while ago for obvious reasons. I think he's a manipulator. I think he's been caught out in barefaced lies in the past as well.
Oh my God.
It's just the reality of the situation. He's been told about how much your system, not even the Pope is going to make me change my system. That's one that always rings off in my mind. But then he quickly changes to a back four and we score within the first 3 minutes against Leeds United. I don't feel confident about any Premier League game under this manager, and that's just because we are being misprofiled. Almost all the players are being misprofiled, plus the amount of players that are missing, plus the fact that he's isolating one of our best academy graduates for so long. But I feel like I've said all that before. I want to talk about this relationship between the manager and the sporting directors right now. Similar to the situation that's going on in Chelsea a little bit now.
Makes my heart warm, you know that.
It's the fact,
this.
like
It's
for
dark,
me,
innit? It's
I'm
dark.
over just saying Amorim needs to leave. For me, the people who are responsible for bringing Amorim to this club and allowing this to fester the way it done should lose their
Name
jobs
names
as well.
right now. Name names right now.
Whether it was Omar Barada or Jason Wilcox or any of the people, it's so hard to even characterize it because we brought in Dan Ashworth, right? We waited how long?
Garden
6 months.
leave.
Garden leave.
He was at home
I
gardening.
didn't know what garden leave was until that situation. He had to wait. He was even gardening in his backyard for so long. He comes into the club, gets rid of him maybe because he didn't even want Amorim himself. There seems to be such a fractious relationship with all of these board members right now, and it seeped over between their relationship between them and the manager because allegedly the sporting director has told him that you're going to have to divorce this marriage that you have with your system because it is clearly not working out. We could have told you that months ago. I was on this platform telling people this months ago. I am nobody in the footballing scene. These are people who have years of experience finally telling the manager and the coach it is time to let go. And his reaction to that has been petulant and childish. He is saying, I am not Conte. I am not Jose. I'm not Tuchel. Or even me. He's name-dropping guys who you don't even have. Have some respect. Wash your mouth out before you mention these managers who have done so much in the game compared to yourself. He is genuinely been a manipulator for so long and has fooled the fan base so much so that we've come out of that game and United fans are saying that's a decent draw. We'll take that point now.
Jesus.
Away from home at Leeds United.
Hey, sometimes with Amorim, I see something.
What?
When I see
What do
you
you
guys,
see?
no, there's some games. I'll be honest with you guys. Yeah, after Arsenal, the second most watched team I watch,
Yeah.
Man United.
Okay.
Ask me why.
Why?
I love seeing your demise. I love it. I go there every game, hate watching, and 99% of the time, I'm happy. Even if you guys win the game, I'm happy.
Because you saw how much of a
I saw
slugfest
how
it
bad
was.
I see Ugarte in midfield. I see Casemiro. But when I see him with that little system, the free and the centre back stepping into midfield and the full back going, when I see that and you have your best 11 out, I watch it and I'm like, this is not bad, you know.
But
Like,
we
he needs a
lost
couple-
against West Ham
No,
with this
wait.
best 11.
Yep.
No, we drew to West Ham. We lost against 10-man Everton. We lost to Grimsby Town with the same system. So, Elias, tell me what are you seeing?
Grimsby Town doesn't count in my mind.
How?
doesn't count. It's
Bro,
just-
we're in
it
three
was a blip.
competitions
That
this
was a
season.
blip. That was
This
a blip.
season we
That was
got
a
the
blip.
Prem.
One game a week.
We got 1 game a week.
That was a
Prem,
blip.
Carabao Cup, FA Cup. We're out of the Carabao Cup in the first game that we played.
They
We've
might-
got Brighton in the FA Cup. I feel we're going to be out of the FA Cup. We're going to play 40 games this season. Manchester United 10 plus 2. We're going to play against Brighton. We're going to play against Grimsby. And we're going to play 38 Premier League games. Brother, it's ridiculous that he changed.
can't lie, Spurs are the same.
Brighton have their number as well.
No, you got your
We've got Champions League sprinkled in. That's
Yo, Champions League.
You beat us
You know
to get to the
playoffs are
chat.
getting dumped out, bro.
It's hilarious that we fielded. We have how many players playing an official game of 11-side football? 11 players, right? 9 defensive players.
I can't lie, that was insane when I saw that.
9 defensive
Was it
players.
Cunha and Sesko?
Cunha and Sesko were the only 2 attacking players.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him.
Xerxes comes onto the pitch and this guy's confusing himself.
Immediate impact.
Impact immediate and played well. I played well.
you played well.
After last cameo, we did absolutely nothing. I didn't even want to touch the ball. He's hilarious, but it's proof that this system, this manager, the players, I'm not hearing that they're disillusioned to this. They don't want to. I feel as though they don't want to play in this system anymore. We're trying to skip the midfield as much as possible. Lisandro Martinez does not want to pass the ball to Casemiro and Ugarte. There was a little clip that TNT showed in the warm-up before the game. Lisandro Martinez and Ugarte are passing each other. Ugarte setting him up. Every single pass is also to pass.
I can't lie.
Did you see?
Yeah, that
remember,
was an insane
towards the end of the game today, there was a moment where Ugarte got the ball and
Into the box.
No,
He tried to shift and
the
shoot.
through ball. He tried to give the through ball to someone. He tried. You remember that?
No,
one?
did you see the shift and shoot as well?
Bro, he's
yeah,
just
man.
a mess. He's a
Bro,
mess.
he is the biggest indication of what would be like if an SDS member was allowed to play in the Premier League.
Don't do that. Respect
If an
us.
SDS
Respect
member,
us.
specifically for Adonani, was allowed in the Premier League, Manuel Ugarte, 25 man side.
Wallah, do that.
I'll make you there! You're there!
Wallah, do
You can do
that. Don't disrespect me. I got a left foot. You ain't got that.
He hasn't at all.
What do you think the final straw is gonna be then? Like, when do you think that they're just gonna end this relationship?
Now, because the comments are now him facing upwards, rather than just speak, because he's been speaking out against the fan base, bro. He's talking about how the fans don't understand why he's made certain substitutions. Because there was a lot of backlash and boos at Old Trafford when he brought on another centre back, which is something that we've had an issue with. You play with 5 defensive players, 3 centre backs. Almost every single time a substitution is made as a centre back, which is frustrating. He is, as so many of us have said so far, anti-Manchester United. Manchester United manager is all about risk, taking a gamble, Fergie time. It's what we're known as. A club that at the end of the game, we're going to do whatever it takes to win. He is so pragmatic. There is a centre-half substitution almost every single game. And yeah, I'm going to hear a lot of fans talk about how Mbeumo's gone, Ahmad's gone. when we had all these players, we were still losing games. There's so much negative data.
Webber wasn't even on form. He wasn't even on form.
He
before
wasn't. He
went.
was struggling for the last month. Other than October, he hasn't really had a good month at Manchester United himself because he isn't even profiled as a pocket player.
Bro, this is a time when you just throw guys in like Shea Lacey, bro. Just go out there.
You have to. Why is Dorgu starting in the right 10?
But this is how I feel like Heaven's got his chance and he's kind of taking it to me.
Should he have done better for the first goal? Him and Lamens?
Of course he should have, bro. He was on standby for a second, bro.
He was. And he felt like the controller
standby.
disconnected for a second.
It started lagging. It started lagging in real life.
But my thing is, there's a lot of criticism that's come to the likes of Sesko and maybe even a Heaven in this situation or a Euro this season. With the attacking players, I can't blame you if you're being filled with 7 defensive players on a pitch.
I can't like Dogu on the right. It's fun though. It's fun. It's a bit fun.
No, but it's fun for you.
Yeah, it is fun for you.
It's fun. It's fun.
Like when I see Casemiro try to run through, man.
It's fun, innit?
Not for you guys. It's fun for you guys. It's not fun for me.
I see Dalot inverting and cutting ring. Come on, it's enjoyment. Luke Shaw, most minutes he's ever had in his career. And like this, and he's every single
Luke Shaw
injury.
play left wing back this time. If we play him, he's gonna get injured again. Miss Keegan. We've seen some actual regular form from him play left wing back. He's gonna get injured again.
I love it.
But it's the irony of him switching to a back 4 and us scoring in 3 minutes is hilarious.
Yeah.
This is what we're having to deal with now, where you are being told to change the system. You see the system change, and it impacts the game almost immediately in front of your eyes. Yeah, watch the next game. It is going to be a back 5 again.
You know what's coming up for these
the other
men,
week when he first tweaked it? I think it was about the 60th minute mark. He went straight back to his back 5.
Yeah, he reverts that straight away.
There's too much freedom going on.
I think it was the Newcastle game. I think it was the Newcastle
Every
game.
single time it feels like it's a step forward taken, he is just destroying all of the good work that he's done. Which is very minimal good work.
I feel like there's a difference in conversations in terms of the Chelsea board and the United board because Amorim is almost like a blanket, I feel like at the moment, for them, where they are absolved of all blame in terms of squad building, in terms of the reins that they've given him for an entire year and then only to now do a 180 on it. And Bluco hold a lot of smoke for it, rightly so, for I think how they built the squad. But Omar Barada, what is it? Wilcox, you mentioned. Dan Ashworth is obviously gone. But these guys just seem to hide in the shadows and just kind of get away scot-free, I'll be honest with you.
I hear smoke. I hear smoke.
No, I don't.
You don't hear it?
When it was Glazers, I saw the green and yellow scarves come out every 2 weeks.
It's a bit different.
But now it's Inihos. Let me see you say Inihos. And you as well.
You had them as your wallpaper.
You had the wallpaper.
He was advocate for them.
Oh, you don't even know you went in. He used to have all of them as his wallpaper.
Bro, imagine,
whole
like the
board.
Avengers.
The Avengers.
You know like the
It
Avengers.
was like an AI generated image. But
You mean-
AI was that
hold
once
on,
you
hold
get
on.
out from the shackles.
individuals here.
You mean to tell me that you buy Ineos hand wash?
The sanitizer.
The sanitizer.
He started investing in Land Rover stocks. He was going crazy,
I'm doing
bro.
wudu.
Lotion.
I'm doing wudu and
Every
it
day.
is sanitizer. The reality of the matter is,
He was going crazy with it.
They promised to be a lot better than they have been so far. And the reality of the matter is that
Sold the
modern
crazy
day,
stream.
and I think even it's proof what's happening at Chelsea right now. These kind of modern day sporting directors going for a long-term game model. Unless you stick by that and there proves to be success by it, then you are going to get fractious relationships with managers because managers have pride. I don't rate Amorim. I've wanted him out for so long now. But for him to say, you're seeping into my decisions now that I'm making on a football pitch is incorrect, he might have a point there, which is why I'm saying I'm no longer saying just Amorim needs to go. If there needs to be, because I said heads must roll after the Europa League final, that doesn't necessarily just mean the manager. If there are people who are propagating for him to stay in this job, and the people that brought him into this job have proven that their talent ID for a manager is all over the place, and they need to suffer the consequences.
Yeah,
as
but
well.
listen, Amorim was wanted by West Ham. West Ham ran away. Yeah. Liverpool ran away. That should have been a red flag, bro. So it's like,
should have been.
Honestly, you're right. Like they made a decision which has led to a domino effect because they brought in a manager, spent the money on this manager, and then spent even more money on him. And he's even come out himself saying, the system I want to play, we haven't got the bread for it. We need more players, and I just can't do it, right?
When in actual fact, every player that's been signed over the last year is to cater to that system. Mazraoui, Dorgu. Like, you think of the number of centre-backs that they've signed. The only position maybe that hasn't been addressed, you could say, is the midfield. But aside from that, I don't know how he's turning around and even saying
the Cunha, the Mbeumo.
the
Yeah.
Mbeumo.
No, but my thing is,
Every
if you
piece
show-
has been a
Sesko.
signing for that back three
But
system.
if you then show some product on the football pitch, then you're fine to be backed
But
again.
the thing is, you're
But
not
there
even
hasn't been.
seeing some semblance
There's
of
nothing
it.
there. So it's a double-edged sword now, where you can't tell me I need more players when with the players that you do have, any competent coach, and I think the balance has to be struck. You have a system that you want to play that's worked for you in the past, and then you look at the squad that you have here. Marry up somewhere in the middle. Because if you go too far of going where all the players want to do, you might not find success.
And I can't
And if you
lie.
stick by that system, you'll be killed as
Your
well.
gaffer's the greatest example of that. Because I remember when he came in, the shit show that he walked into, and I remember. Do you remember the back 5 days?
Kolasinac,
Holding and all them, man.
Holding was
Socrates, all that.
Right now, I ain't got the pieces, so I'm gonna play
gonna
to
make
what I
do.
have.
Yeah.
And they
And
played
then when
football.
I get the pieces, and that was the
It's
weird
young.
thing,
They
they were playing.
showed signs.
They showed flickers of
100%,
what you could do.
and
They
that's
were
what you
shit.
need.
That
They were
Chelsea game,
conceding
all the
horrible.
all a coach needs.
Some games you were getting cooked, but there was a 10-15 minute spell where you're like, oh,
Okay, there's something there.
I can see that.
There is
It's
nothing
been a year
like
of
that.
Amarim.
There's
You
nothing
still
like
can't
that.
see that. So it's
Nah,
like,
this is-
14 league wins in 14 months.
We said Maresca to the red side of Manny.
He's a better coach, but then it comes that we're going. Like, I don't think this model of bringing this modern age model similar to the blue coat. I don't think it can work at a club the size of Manchester United. It doesn't work. It shouldn't work at a club the size of Chelsea, if I'm being honest as well. And I think Chelsea fans are honest about that as well.
Brighton,
that
Brentford,
model,
those kind of teams,
that model where it's just a head coach and a game model, and this whole Brighton method, it does not work. It does not work,
if
and it
there
should
was-
not be given an opportunity to work at Manchester United.
if there was a Premier League table of since Amarim joined, do you know where you would be?
I'd be shocked if it's anything higher than 15th.
Fourth from bottom.
Damn. God damn, man.
Only collecting 58 points and 15 wins.
I'm telling you, you
in
see,
over a calendar year.
you feel what you
The
know what it
fact
is?
that he's lasted this long is a
It's a crime.
stain.
It's
It's
a-
a
I'm
stain
telling you
for
now.
Whoever
United.
signed off on him has to lose his job as well.
I'm telling you now, Spurs and Man United are so lucky last season that those three that got relegated were even worse.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, we genuinely
Done.
be looking at
You
relegated.
could've gone.
What if I told you a nice bit of information?
Go on.
You know the team that sat right below Manchester United?
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Oh, you got something? You guys are relegation.
12 wins.
You guys are
We
relegation.
got 12 wins and 46 points. Don't worry, Thomas Frank. We're going to get to you in a second.
Imagine a world where United and Tottenham got relegated in the same season. Yeah? In the same season.
could have been
You're
a-
so
they would
lucky.
have been
enjoying the Arsenal fan
But do
base.
you know what'd be hilarious?
Boy.
You still have Liban on the table saying, "But we won the championship, though. We won the championship, though. Oh, you lot lost on the weekend, but we beat Derby." He'll be here doing that, bro.
Hey, I can't lie. 1 year the champ would be a good time, though. It would be a good time.
It'd be fun. It would be the
every Man United
biggest
content
stadium,
creator-
biggest stadium capacity in championship history. With a 70k stadium in the championship.
Oh my.
No, that-
Oh, come on, man.
Playoff final.
Tottenham
Playoff
United.
final, man.
Bro, imagine how much content you can make out of Man United getting relegated. Come on.
I
But
think
yeah, but the
that would
content
be
is
the
what's
time you
important.
can actually buy a season ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be there.
And I'll need you there every month.
You
And is it-
don't have an excuse. You have to be there every single
I
week.
don't think you man just automatically come straight back up either. That's the thing.
What's the guarantee? If this guy's the manager, what do you guys think? I know.
Yeah, give it
If this
carrot.
guy was
Just give
still
it
there-
carrot in
Yeah.
the season.
You don't like become like Sunderland, then, man. Leeds,
Yeah.
20 years out of the Premier
There'll be a
League.
documentary. There'll be a documentary.
Yeah. Netflix,
The
doc,
fall
everything.
of the Giants.
These man used to have Darren Fletcher and they've got his twins now. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's mad.
That's
isn't
where
it?
you are, bro.
Fuad was there when he actually remembered Darren Fletcher's debut. He was talking about it last week.
You know what?
No, he actually no, it wasn't a joke. I was gonna give it.
Were you there?
He actually remembered.
bro.
You remember Darren Fletcher's debut? He
Darren
said-
Fletcher, bro, that was like 03 times. Come on, you don't all revive 03.
Yeah, of
Just
course.
about.
I was a kid.
I was watching
a kid.
Wolverine.
Grow up.
I was a kid, man.
Man United
man,
fans,
it's crazy.
Man United fans need to remove this idea that if a manager isn't working, we have to stick by them just because of this fairy tale Sir Alex Ferguson thing. We are in modern day football. Don't get me wrong. I don't want us to move too Brighton-y. But if there is just a chance to get rid of a manager and bring a better manager in, that chance was so many months ago. It's scary. But at least now I feel like his comments that you mentioned earlier, Fuad, are going to be the thing that end up him losing his job. If him disagreeing with the sporting director, him disagreeing with people above him, should be, hopefully, I'm hoping, is the thing that is the straw that breaks the camel's back. And Manchester United can move on and bring in an interim for the next 6 months, whoever it is. And if that doesn't work out, don't marry yourself to the idea as soon as a manager comes in, it's like, oh my God, I've got to do everything to back him. If you see so much alarming evidence of this manager is not working out at your football club, you have to get rid of him and move on. Because right now, Man United fans are still hung up with Ruben Amorim.
But then is it a case of just giving managers short-term contracts? Well, what you're saying?
He's got a short-term contract. He's only got a
18
contract to the
months,
end of
innit?
18 months.
18 months,
yeah.
It's only to the end of next season. It's a short contract. But in the same,
That's a 3-year
Omar Brada that brought him in is the same guy that said, my aim is Man United to get a Premier League title by 2028. We could be in the Championship by 2028.
Inshallah.
Aye.
Do you know what's so
Boy.
crazy though?
It's gonna be a sad day when he
you
leaves,
say
you know?
that and talk about relegation and the record since Amarim was here. Do you know where they are in the table?
Where?
3 points behind Liverpool.
Bro, if you don't beat
They are
they're
level
level
on points with you.
And this is what I'm
But
saying.
they are
it's a
spoken
disgrace.
about like they are the worst team in the world.
But Enzo Maresca lost his job.
It's a disgrace.
Enzo Maresca lost his job.
But he didn't lose his job because of the results.
No, but it's another reason why. He's looking at it and saying, how am I got the same points as Amrin? And then he starts blaming the players. There's other reasons why. But you had the same points as us, so your manager loses his job.
How am I level? How are
Do you know
Chelsea
what
level on
I
points with
need?
these, man?
I genuinely need next game. Who you to play next?
We have a couple tough fixtures. We've got Burnley
Yeah,
next,
man.
I think.
Uh,
We've got
next
Burnley.
game, yeah,
Burnley away
next.
We
next.
need
Burnley
3
away
points
next.
there.
I don't know if we get that until
we,
tomorrow.
we need this. We need you guys 3 points next game. Sneak into the top 4. Now Amram goes, hey, we're top 4 club now.
That's what we need. And you guys leave. You know why Ezra missed You know why Ezra missed that shit? Because when he's on the verge of getting knocked out,
He times his wins
Yeah.
so well. He times his wins.
They're good wins.
He does it at the
Yes.
right time where it's like a big win here. A draw, loss.
Wait,
One other big win here.
He used to do that as well.
He knows when things are about to
Ollie was every time he's about to be
Second half.
sacked. Yeah, every time he's about to be
And then
sacked.
10-game streak.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the
But
hell?
with Amarim, it's just it's deception. We're gonna fall. Just a little win back here. Oh, his top was back on again. We haven't been like out of the top 6 or 8 in this
I
whole
love it.
season so
I love
far.
it.
So it's just building up to the deception. But after that Burnley game and Brighton in the cup, we have City at Old Trafford, and then we have Arsenal at the Emirates.
But you lot perform well in those games. Under Amram, you have Emirates, Arsenal, Man City away. You lot always perform well. Since Amram's come,
Yeah, he beat
you
City away
performed
last
well
year
in
as
those
well.
games. You beat us. Even though it's the FA Cup, you still beat us. It was a good game.
But he's timing these wins to big deception. So when we lose against these horrible teams, when we lose against Everton with 10 men, when we draw to West Ham, drop points to West Ham, how many different times have we had? Even the Villa game, Villa played poorly. The amount of drop points has been ridiculous as well. The Spurs game, where they should have got 3 points if it wasn't for a Dillick's header late on in that game. The Nottingham Forest game, where they hit us with 2 punches early on in that second half. So many times during this season where we have grabbed a point out of nowhere. It's just been ridiculous.
They've
And he has to go now. It's
got 2
untenable.
clean sheets. They've got 2 clean sheets, and they play 3 at the back, 3 centre backs at the back. Right? It's mad.
7 defensive players, 2 clean sheets in the Premier League season.
No, it's actually
In 20
insane.
games.
They got their second clean sheet at the end of
Do you know
December.
what? I always
Free
felt like
copy, man. Free copy, man.
I always felt like as well,
Free copy, man.
this
Free
Leeds
copy.
United fixture result was always like a gimme for United in
Yeah,
terms
yeah.
of 3 points.
Under
But
Ole it was, yeah.
Leeds have now gone 7 consecutive Premier League games without a defeat for the first time since November 2001.
Go on, Leeds.
Real Premier League heritage
Boy,
names
yeah.
there. Alan Smith, Mark Viduka. Streets won't forget. But let's move on from the United game and let's move
Oh,
on.
yeah, they beat you guys 3-1 as well, innit?
Ah, man, I was there, man. Why'd you have to remind me, man? It was dark.
I got a little
It was
earpiece.
dark. It was dark. It was dark. It was dark. Yeah,
Production dropped
I completely forgot that they lost, you know? And it was
Yeah,
a
man.
random midweek game as well, I remember.
Bro, it was
Random
heavy.
midweek game.
They're trying to lose behind closed doors.
Bro, I was driving and I saw a notification. One
And
day I
that's
said,
that same guy that scored today scored against us as well.
Aronson.
The American guy, innit? It's American.
he's American.
Yeah. He scored
Yes.
against us as well.
Yeah.
Top finish. Yeah.
Well, let's
they got a
move on
couple Americans,
to...
Okafor as well.
Yeah,
Noah.
they had Weston McKennie and Tyler Adams at one point as well in midfield.
And they had the old American manager as well. Remember what was his name?
Jesse Marsh.
Jesse Marsh.
I remember
Yes,
the
yes.
little
American over there,
American
isn't he?
revolution.
Yeah.
man.
Need Donald Trump to get out of here, man.
Get out of our league.
Hey, Leah's, stop it.
Yeah, stop it.
Hopefully there's no daycare centres in Leeds.
That's class.
Let's move on. Anyway. Let's move on to the. Do we have to? All right. Let's move on to the Tottenham game, shall we?
My ugly brother.
That's it, really.
I want to see the right hand and they gave me last week.
Bro, that's what I'm trying to hide. Last week, I visibly grew a grey hair on the pod live. I'm not even joking. I had to pull it out mid-pod, but Spurs 1-0.
No,
Guess
let
how
me
many
do this part.
Guess how
Let me do
many?
this part, because I want you to talk. I want you to talk about
crazy.
Tottenham. I want you to talk about Tottenham.
Okay, so do you know how many
Spurs have taken just 9 points from their 10 home Premier League games this season.
Oh my goodness.
Only current bottom 3 have fewer.
Can you tell me the percentage of games we have won at home last calendar year?
I'll give you one more. I'll give you one more better. Tottenham have 0 open play goals in their last 5 Premier League games. Spurs have a 20% home win rate in the Premier League this season.
That's crazy, man.
20%.
Come on. Talk to us. Another draw. Sunderland.
Do you know?
Sunderland are home merchants, and you beat, and they got a point at your ground.
away.
Come on, man.
He's losing it.
See that laugh right there? See that laugh right there? That's that Walter White laugh. That's that Walter White laugh.
insane?
Yeah?
Do
Trust
you know
me.
what's insane? If
Arkham
you watch that
Asylum
game,
laugh.
yeah, for the first half, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
The
Yeah.
first half was like, ooh, Matthias Tell.
Oh yeah, I saw your tweet,
Bro,
Let's
I
bring
said,
up
hold
Boros.
on, whoa.
Studs on the ball.
I said, hey, what am I seeing? I saw Ben Davis starting in 2026. I was shook.
Unk still got it.
I didn't even know this guy still
He
plays for
got a
Tottenham.
goal.
Yeah.
I still got it.
I said, yo, what's happening here? We going 1-0 in the lead. I'm like, yo, home record's about to change. New year, new Spurs. It's coming.
New Thomas.
Some things never change.
Yes.
And that second half, brother, Romero. Once again, in another game, this brother is costing.
I remember.
literally-
They used to compare him to someone. What's his name?
Hold on, wait a minute.
Ah, you got a new hairline, a new teeth. Gabriel Magalhaes they used to compare him to.
Ah, yeah, the guy who scored. Yeah, nice, man. Yeah, you see the error he did? Yeah, he did something similar like that, except we didn't concede. But anyway, Romero, Vicario, brother, it was a sabotage basically in the second half. And you could see, you know, one of those games where you could just slowly see the momentum shifted. You know what's so funny? You know what's so crazy? I just remembered actually, all three of us were all on the table when we said that Spurs had a better defense than Arsenal. Do you remember?
Hey.
Do you remember that?
I was not in that
picture.
picture. I was not in that picture. I was not in that
You
picture,
are
brother.
insane for saying that as an Arsenal fan.
I was not in that
When
picture.
did they say that? When did they say that?
I'm not gonna say
There's
it.
an infamous picture where I'm like this. I had dreads and all sorts.
Oh,
I was
yes,
a mess.
yes,
I was a
yeah,
mess.
yeah.
Drug addict days. But now I'm clean.
He's reformed now. He's
I'm
reformed.
sober.
He's reformed.
Hair gone.
He's
You see what I'm
yeah.
on now.
That's part of the
But he
journey.
was there. He just was on the
wasn't
other
there.
side of the
Outside of the
frame.
table. I
wasn't there.
Production will one day leak that. If you want that photo, just comment Ilias in the comments. We'll make sure we get
You
that
need
out
to
to
release
you.
that side of the picture.
But bro,
no
it was
photo.
one of
There's
those
no
games
photo.
where you knew what was coming. Once the momentum started shifting the second half, bro, it was just like same old shit, different year. You know what I mean? So for me, I was not surprised. I was surprised that Sunderland didn't go on to win the game. In all honesty, we tried to throw 10 bodies in the box at the end. Brother, it's just not good enough. And I don't know what we're holding on to this manager for, I'll be honest with you. Next week, we got Aston Villa in the FA Cup. I feel like once that elimination happens, because I have no hopes of winning that game, that's when they're going to be like, oh, you know what? Maybe we should sack this manager because we've been knocked out the Carabao Cup, knocked out the FA Cup in the first round. And because this game, if we won it, we go above Sunderland, 7th place. We stay close to the European spots. Now with that draw, we go top of the bottom half of the table. We're like
At least
4
you're top
points
of
off. We're like 4 points off the European spots. Like we're just in no man's land, basically.
I don't think Frank will get sacked though.
But
I don't think he'll get sacked.
And the thing is, I hear it because they spent 15 million, I think it was, to get all his staff over from Brentford.
Other
So,
than Keith Andrews.
well, yeah.
And the thing is, I think you're
the wrong manager, innit?
I think you're border waiting maybe for like Maddens to come back and Kulu to come back and see if he can actually do something.
Let me ask you
different
this:
with those
Brentford
do
are
you
monthly as
think
well.
guys who have been out for 7 months with an injury are going to come back firing on all cylinders? And if you're
course
expecting them to save our season, you are lost cause. Because guess what? We are the only club in the world that can sell Brennan Johnson on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, Mohamed Kudus gets injured. Who the hell are you playing right wing on Thursday?
The thing is though, I feel like maybe they're trying to wait and to give him like his own players and
What are
know what I'm
you
saying?
waiting for? It's
know.
like I was saying with
I hear it.
Amorim. It's like I said with Arteta. With what you have, I need to at least see some
something.
semblance of what you're doing. Now, in the first half, that is the first half of entire football throughout the whole season that we've actually looked like a competent team. And part of that I'm also given to the fact that Sunderland were way off it. I can't wait till January for you to show me flickers of what you're capable of.
Yeah.
And the thing is in the summer, I wanted him in.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, tactically flexible, talks well, can communicate with players, communicates with the media. I love what this guy's. He's built enough stock here where he's allowed to take that next step. He's showing me right now that this step is too big for him. Some of those subs in the second half, bro, I'm tired of seeing Kolo Muani out on the wing. Why are you signing a
useless
striker and
there.
put him in the wing?
So dead as
Why
well.
have you
So
got
useless there.
Bergval, who is a number 8, you're playing him left wing? You've got him doing laps. For what? So you're misprofiling players. You're this incessant obsession with Richarlison. I don't understand it, bro. I can't even say what I want to say because this pod might get cancelled, bro.
How about Paulinho? Can we talk about
Can
Paulinho?
you just bleep this?
Yeah, sure. It's out of the system now. Yeah, it's good.
I needed to get that out. I'm sorry. Just bleep that if you can, please. But brother, I don't know what we're playing for this season. We're just floating. We're hoping. And I don't know what we're going to sign in January because I'll be honest with you, we need a left winger, we need a striker, we need a right winger, we need a left back, we need a centre mid. There's so much to address. And the worst thing is, if we even got all of those pieces magically, and Spurs decided they wanted to spend money, I don't trust this geezer with this squad. So what are we doing here?
You've given up on him.
You're only 4 points off fifth. Only 4 points off fifth.
I've been 4 points off fifth since the start of the season.
He's been 4 points off fifth his whole life, bro. His whole life he's been 4 points off fifth, bro.
I really did not expect Frank to be this negative, man. Like, I just did not expect it, bro.
Neither did we.
He sold you a dream.
He sold us the biggest dream. The words were fast, aggressive, attacking football.
Is that what he said? We saw that against PSG. I got scared when I saw that PSG.
The first game.
Remember pre-season against you, man. Pre-season against you, man, bro.
Tables were banging.
I was scared.
I was hungry.
They just won Europa League. I thought, oh my God, they're doing this to
might turn a corner.
PSG.
Best team
Even
in the
though
world.
they drew 2-2.
They were nervous. I said, bring me the Premier League.
Yeah.
And the worst thing was, first game, Burnley, 3-0 wash. Second game, Man City away, wash.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, we even got defence. I said, yeah. And then I remember Villarreal Champions League. We won 1-0. But it was the nastiest football we'd played. Then we played Bodo Glimt. Then we lost to Bournemouth at home.
What was that
then
team?
we
What was
lost
that
to
game in
Aston
France
Villa
as well?
at
The
home.
game in France?
Then Monaco. Then we had the North London derby. Then we had the Chelsea game. There have been Wolves at home celebrating 1-1 draws.
Paulinho.
Come on.
Backing off shirt.
Brother, this is criminal. Criminal behaviour, honestly. And I don't know.
You just do Wolves.
Hey.
You just do the Wolves.
Hey. You shut your mouth.
Well.
You shut your filthy mouth.
I beat them.
I want to know.
man.
Let me ask you the
I
few
beat
idea
them
because
4-1, man.
I've criticised Frank a lot this season, innit? And he's a guy that I said would be good for Tottenham right now because I don't feel like the big names have really done well there, like Conte, Mourinho, and whatnot. Cool, right? And I've criticised Frank a lot this season with some of the decisions he's made. I feel like Odegaard should have been playing a lot more on the left instead of Xavi Simons. Yeah, for me, I feel like it's time to maybe try Kudus down the middle, man. Yeah, I know on the right.
He tried that today.
Did it work?
He tried that today, and to be fair, he got injured within like 20 minutes.
Oh, whoa.
So it's a case of,
How was it looking in the first 20 minutes?
You know, and then you've got like the Bentancur and then the Paulinho pivot, right? And he kind of went away from that with Højbjerg and who was the other guy he played next to him?
Bergvall, you mean?
Bergvall, sorry, there we go. What would you do to set up the team right now that you think would actually like get better out of the squad? Because I feel like he's kind of it's stale. You know, it's very stale. When I watch Tottenham, I'm so bored. Like I'm just like, just get this off, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Firstly, the fact that he's broken up that double pivot, thank God, because it wasn't working. I think Archie Gray, since he's come in as well, he has been massively improved.
Yeah.
I would start personally. Pape Sarr, Archie Gray as the double pivot.
What the hell is it, Pape Sarr?
What's happened to
Pape Sarr AFCON now, and then I don't know why.
No, I'm talking about before
randomly
that.
dropped
Yeah,
him, bro.
before
I
it just
could not
disappeared.
explain to you.
He was, even when he was playing, you could see he wasn't happy. You could see he wasn't happy.
He started off well, and I've always said I think those who are young, but you can grow them and develop them into proper players.
Yeah.
The question becomes, it's in front of them. That's where it's basically hopeless and a lost cause because you've got Tell, who for the first time today actually turned up, and the West Ham game. Odegaard, who is inconsistent and disappears in phase of the game. Xavi, who hasn't really settled in. Xavi, Madders, Kulu, they could change our lives.
Yeah.
But two of them are out injured and one of them is still settling. Then you've got Kudus on the right, who everything goes through him and he's overused essentially.
And he's honestly just spent. He's just touchline, but he's so far from the goal. Yeah. He's so far from the goal.
He's not really a threat. And then you've got three strikers in Kolo Muani, Solanke, and Richarlison.
I'm in there.
Three guys who, if I asked you at the start of the season, do you think any of them will score 15 Premier League goals?
Of course not.
I don't think you could confidently say yes. And I knew that going into the season. But the one thing I banked on was Thomas Frank, Tony, Wissa, and Wembo, Watkins. You're a striker whisperer.
No more pie.
Chuck him in.
Yeah.
But you can at least get a tune out of one of them. Bro, Kolo Muani sat on 0 goals. Richarlison is master of offside and consolations. Solanke, where the hell is Solanke?
Yeah, wow.
Can someone put a APB or I don't know what it is?
Where you at?
CIA, where are you? Bro, I know in the CIS and all of them, but listen, Kulusevski and Madders, I understand. Cruciate. What? This brother, I got told he got an ankle sprain in pre-season. I haven't seen him for 6 months.
Anime, man.
65 million. He was hosting anime watch-alongs. Please don't be doing that on your time off, bro. Recover in the gym. I ain't trying to see that. Man, I'm talking about Hunter. Shut up. Hunt you down, bro.
It's a good anime.
Boy.
Yo, anime youths, man. But, bro, I'm honestly, I'm at my wit's end with this club, bro.
Do you know what's the icing on the cake for me? Like, generally, after every game I see you have a bad game, I see Richarlison on Instagram.
Yeah.
2 million likes.
How many
1.4 million likes.
how many offside goals is he gonna score?
900k
man?
likes.
Nah, facts.
And it's just him topless, crazy tattoos,
Yeah.
doing nonsense.
And he's in the comments of everyone, just arguing with everyone. And
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
like,
yeah,
brother,
yeah,
just,
yeah.
just
Yeah,
rest,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Saudi, please, I'm begging
No,
you.
I don't.
Somebody
No, not
save
Saudi.
us, wallah.
Flamengo.
Wallah, I will love it. Just
Flamengo,
anybody, just please.
Flamengo.
January's open
What do you
now.
need in January? What do you need in January?
I need a left winger.
There's meant to be a cash.
Who do you want? Who do you want?
a right winger.
Who you got
Injection.
right?
Who do
Who
you want?
realistically?
Because Semenyo already said, no, I like that.
Yeah,
he's
Semenyo
a
does
brother.
not
He's a
hold.
brother.
There's one man who I think is perfect.
He had to get baptized to realize he didn't want to go to Tottenham. You know that.
Yo, don't worry.
Baptized.
The last man that rejected us, look how it's turned out for him.
crazy,
4
eh?
weeks he ain't played. Yeah. I hope it works out for you guys. I hope it works out for you guys. Enjoy the hat trick. That's what you're gonna have, mate. That's what you're gonna have. Yeah,
He's gonna
Let's
enjoy
see.
the hat trick.
Idiot. But I think we need Iliman Injai. Iliman
would you do that
Injai.
to him?
Would you?
Yeah.
You see, and this is the problem. No matter who we recommend, he
Yeah,
asks
you're
you,
right.
why would you?
You know
He
what?
asks me,
Yeah,
who do
you're
I
right.
think?
Yeah.
And then he says,
Yeah,
why
do you
would you
know
do
what? I
that?
feel that as a United
I
fan
don't
as
care
well.
about
Do you know
Injai.
what
I'm gonna
I'm
make sure
trying to
that
fix
doesn't
my
happen.
club.
He wants you to say Sak Hassan. That's what he wants you to say.
Hey, do you know what?
He wants you to say that.
Hey, if we're talking real now, that might be Spurs' best left against his son. That might be your best left against his son. Now you think about it. Now you
I
think
like
about
one
it.
Sacks.
Come on, man.
Okay, go on. You say Iliman
For me, I think Iliman Injai, look, Everton aren't really going to do anything. This is his second season there. If he wants to, you know what I mean, want to play some European football.
Yeah.
Boy, I mean, hey.
Champions League, we still got 2 games left in the group stage, you know what I mean? He can get a couple games.
All I'm saying, Reece was talking to him for ages the other day, man. Reece was talking to him for time after we played Everton, you know.
But right now,
You have ruined enough
Fuad.
mid-table players' careers.
Hey.
Go and sign some premier talent and leave these mid-table guys to us.
first named him as well.
I'm gonna make sure that Indicted doesn't
No,
happen.
but at this point in
I'll
time,
make sure it
but
doesn't
Fuad,
happen.
right now, Iliman Ndiaye is above Tottenham.
No,
Yeah.
So why is he going to take that down
Guess
the
what?
stairs?
Champions League.
We were
but-
also beneath a lot of people last year. We still got them.
Yeah.
17th we finished. Remember how we got Kudus? Remember how we got Simmons? Remember they wanted Simmons. We said, shh.
Nah.
To the picture of a random light skin outside.
know what
Stamford
we
Bridge.
did get
They saw random lighters walk past that bridge.
Random light skin outside Stamford Bridge.
Don't worry, he's here, lad. But I think we need a left back as well and a central midfielder. Someone who can dictate tempo in midfield. You see what Zubimendi does over there.
Yeah.
You see what Nico Gonzalez does over there.
Yeah.
You see what Gravenberch does over there.
What
I need
Caicedo
to-
does for him, for example.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to a degree,
yeah.
But I think,
other than
I think
Shinkikin.
Adam Wharton at Palace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but
Anderson.
do you know what it could be?
I
Whoever
need
the big club goes to and the other one that doesn't go, it doesn't move, you could go for that player.
For me, if there's one, I'll be real with you, cheap option. 6 months left on his contract.
Yeah.
Playing in Saudi right now.
Yeah.
Ruben Neves.
Ruben Neves is a good shout.
Ruben Neves right
good
now.
shout.
Go and bring me for
I like
6
it.
months.
I like
hey,
it.
you and Paulinho are going to do something.
Yeah.
What's
Guys
up-
speak Portuguese or
what's
something.
up with your academy, man? You man have all the best infrastructure and whatnot. What's going on there? Is it no one
Outside of
there?
Hurricane, name me one of our academy graduates.
I'm asking you.
No,
Is
he's saying, what's going on with the academy?
Sterling.
You asked me about my academy.
that Sterling?
Who?
Sterling.
Because
Shout out my boy. Shout out my boy.
That's the best product from the Spurs academy, man.
Legit.
That's the best product.
Bring me him in January. I'll take him. I'll take him.
You have a break on your books? You
Listen,
fumbled?
we got 1 or 2 talent. Mikey Moore's at Rangers doing bits.
Yeah.
What's
He's
his
doing
name?
well out there, yeah?
Moore.
Lukey Williams Barnett, if you lot ain't heard of, he's going to be the next one up. But he was on the bench today as well. Didn't get any minutes, but...
What's going on, Leon?
What, Luca Williams Barnett? You ain't heard about it?
Going from Premier League to Barnet is not a good look.
No. Lucas William Barnett.
Oh,
He said he played for Barnet.
He doesn't play for Barnet. Barnett is the surname. William Barnett. No. William Barnett is the surname.
Double barreled, man. It's not
yeah, I was
bad.
going to say that,
Do a
man.
little
Sorry,
TikTok
not if you
search.
go
Do a
from
little
Barnet.
TikTok search after this. You'll be impressed.
Fair, my bad.
You
Luca
talk
Williams.
about JJ Gabriel and them lot?
What league
We got
about
ours
it?
here.
League 2? Is that League 2 or conference?
Who?
Barnet.
What?
He's still
his,
Barnet.
his
name is-
surname is Barnett.
Oh, his surname
He doesn't
is
play for Barnet.
Okay.
Double slow.
Yeah, it is. He made the mistake.
0.5, 0.25. But
It's
listen,
late. It's been a long day.
I don't even think there's too much else to go into on this game. Let me see, is there any other stats? No, you
No, you
mentioned the
don't
stats
need to
as
hear the
well,
other stats,
but
man. Don't worry,
let's
man.
move on.
We know
Fulham
what's
Actually, no, I wanted
versus
to Sunderland. Sunderland, big credit to Sunderland. Hello, they're in the game too.
Sunderland?
Big up to Sunderland, man. Brian Bobby really turned on in that second half.
Yo,
Enzo Lefebvre hit the
Chelsea,
post.
Arsenal,
Nice little
and
1-2.
Spurs this season as well, Bobby.
Bro, Brian
Was he that
Bobby.
scored, yeah?
Yeah,
He started dominating that back line all by himself. Him
but
and
he's a
Enzo
big
Lefebvre,
boy,
quick
though.
1-2 for that.
He's a big boy,
He's a
though.
big lad. He's a big lad. But credit to Sunderland, man.
Yeah, all the
They're doing
AFCON
well.
players that left as well, and they've still been
Yeah,
able to
Sadiq,
pick
And
up
they're
He,
points.
still
Tawi.
there.
Yeah.
Some really good recruitment in the summer from Sunderland.
Yeah, yeah.
Managed to
man,
keep up this level, yeah.
Do you know who's the
yeah.
cream of the crop? Mukiele.
Mukiele, nah, he's good.
That guy is a
He's very
dog.
good.
I absolutely love him. I can't
Man,
lie.
you should be looking at little Siddiqui as well, man. Maybe you're saying that you need a little bit of firepower or
a
not.
controller. He's a game breaker. I
He's
need
more-
a
yeah,
controller.
okay.
I need a controller.
Yeah.
I have enough game breakers with Palini and Bentancur. Give me a
Solid, yeah.
controller.
Yeah.
Someone who wants to get on the ball and dictate it. So
I hear it.
I like that Ruben Neves shot as well.
yeah. Let's move on anyway. Fulham 2, Liverpool 2. Harrison Reed popping up with an insane goal.
What
Unbelievable.
finish.
I'm so sad I missed those goals.
Insane goal.
I left the house 85th minute.
No!
Devastated.
Cody Gakpo dagger, thought he had it, ripped the shirt off,
Yeah.
had his very own Richarlison moment and got told, put that back on and hold the shirt. And then Harrison Reed said, hold my beer, brother.
Hold on, bro.
What an insane goal. What did you lot make of that game?
I can't believe he shot
Man,
from
it
there.
was-
His
97th
last
minute.
Premier League goal was in April 2023.
Insane.
That's his last Premier League goal. We were all many years younger
Boy,
then.
no, that was a banger.
But
That was a
it
banger, man. But
go
listen,
on.
Liverpool, they're just another stale team right now, man.
They're all over the
They
place.
are so stale. I'm watching that first half, bro, like lacking creativity, lacking real, imagination on the pitch. I'm seeing who's gonna take responsibility on the pitch. They had no Ekitike today.
Yeah.
Obviously, Vert's got the second goal that they scored, right? But overall, I know they've been better than what they were before in terms of the results, but their style of play, man, how they've been playing when you watch Liverpool.
It's so tough to watch.
It's just so tough to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was so tough to watch, man. And today was another example of that.
It's crazy that they went from 8 years of Jurgen Klopp, run and gun football, heavy metal, up and down, to now it doesn't even look like they have willing runners anymore.
No.
It doesn't look like the fullbacks want to crash forward. It doesn't look like the midfielders want to get forward. It's like they get the ball, they look for the 5-yard pass, look for the 5-yard pass, 5-yard, 5-yard. And they don't even
Liverpool
have moments
doesn't-
of brilliance anymore.
Yeah,
Liverpool don't feel like
it's
a
true.
positional play team. I know in Klopp's last couple of years they changed towards being a bit more. Pep Linders was the coach then, and they changed to being a bit more positional play. But we know Liverpool being that rock star team, that rock and roll football. But I agree, they just seem a bit stale right now. Coming up against Premier League teams, just expect based on their quality that maybe they get games and points will come their way. But to be fair, I didn't think they won it. I thought it was done. That cross from Frimpong, lovely cross. There was a miscommunication between Joaquim Anderson and Leno, and Gakpo was there at the
Boy.
back post to get the goal in there. But Harry Wilson has been the man for Fulham for the last couple of weeks. Now he's in this whole season, really.
In terms
He's
of
been
ball
the man,
striking,
bro.
where does that guy rank?
He's got one.
Stay
He's got
here.
absolutely
Bro,
one
you
of the
see
left.
one thing
They
I'll say about
stay
Harry
here.
Wilson, bro, yeah? Hey, I used to wake up. I remember when I was growing up, bro, Liverpool, it was LFC days.
Yeah, LFC
He used to play for
team.
Liverpool, bro, yeah? And he was cold. They had another striker up top as well. I think his name was Adam Morgan, yeah?
Okay.
Adam Morgan, serious. He used to play with like Jordan Ibe and these guys,
Okay.
yeah? Yo, this kid, I don't know how he's at Fulham right now, but I honestly feel like he could be somewhere else.
Potentially.
He could be a squad player for one of the
Did he
biggest
score a
teams, bro.
hat-trick of free kicks at Bournemouth? Or am I
Yeah,
thinking of
he
someone
did,
else?
Yeah, bro,
I remember
like
that, yeah.
He's always had that kind of mad shooting technique, I feel like. And I remember I was obviously talking with Cams earlier, and he was saying, like, in terms of mid-table ball strikers, he might be up there. You know, the Morton Gamps Pedersen.
Yeah, the guys that stays
guys.
hit. Yeah,
And he's a
Them guys
problem.
who've just had that rocket.
Yeah.
He's a
hits
problem
from
off the bench.
Spurs.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
them ones.
he's a serious problem off the bench as well. Serious problem
Yeah.
off the bench.
Yeah.
There was a period where he kept coming off the bench for Fulham and just scoring for them, bro.
Yeah.
Former Liverpool player as well.
Yeah, that's what they're
And
Liverpool
the
Academy.
link up for the first goal was unbelievable.
Just
Ralph
in terms
Jimenez
of how
first
Liverpool
pass.
played, though,
Yeah.
there was a quote that came out from McAllister where he said, new players came in, we changed too many things, but I prefer to keep it to myself. And kind of alluding
even see
to
that
almost
quote.
how things have changed at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Do you think they have changed that much? Because I'm looking at that quote and I'm like, you of all people shouldn't be speaking.
Yeah,
He said,
I'm
I'm
Sky
sorry.
Sports as well.
Alexis
Boy.
McAllister might be bottom 3 performers in the Premier League this season.
he's been shocking.
Like in
been
all
chalked, yeah.
20 teams. And the fact that you're coming out and talking, and even talking about new players, it's actually an old player that took your spot in Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, a bit funny coming from him, but
It's why there's a lot of question marks on the manager. We gave him a lot of credit last season for not tinkering too much. We already have a quality, other than moving Gravenberch, he didn't really change too much tactically for them to win the Premier League title. And a lot of it was based on Mohamed Salah's goal scoring.
Yep.
With him not being in this team now, it's actually now all eyes are on Arne Slot saying, what have you got for us? Have you got something, a different method, a different way of playing? Something to change things up. And they had a huge summer window, one that we all rated very, very highly for the names that were brought in just on paper. It hasn't been able to translate, and it's on the coach to try and find a balance between these combinations of players right now, because you've got so much talent here. And listen, Florian Wirtz has been one that's underperforming in terms of the output that
he
you're
scored
getting
his goal
from him.
today.
He got his goal. He got his
another
goal
one.
in here. That stock increase is good for him. There was a couple of questionable
think it was-
offside
it did
decisions.
look offside,
He
you know?
might have been offside, but that same linesman is the one that gave the Harry Wilson opener offside, and that was overturned
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So Listen, it was a game where...
They use that thing now as well, innit?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Automated, but it's like
automated
some
VR
games
thing.
I see it used, some games I don't. Like it's a bit weird. Yeah.
But yeah,
man, but
it's all eyes on Arne Slot for me for the rest of the season.
They're in problems, man, because like you can't put no Liverpool defenders in your FPL right now. Right?
No chance.
The first goal they conceded, I'm pretty sure that was Fulham's first attack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, bro? And
It's
straight
so
away,
easy. It was so easy.
It's so
one
easy.
pass, one flick is in.
gone. You
But
know
there was a
saying?
few times in the game where Raul Jimenez was like either in behind, or he was coming short, and like the gap between Gravenberch and the centre back was too big.
Yeah.
It was like he had so much time to collect the ball, turn, and find Harry Wilson,
They're so-
and find whoever else was playing, Anthony Robinson.
They're so lucky Jimenez is tired now, right? Because if he wasn't tired,
Oh, if it was Wolves days, before the head injury,
yes,
before the CTE,
bro,
pre-CTE Jimenez.
17 goals in the Premier League season.
What
one
a
campaign.
player.
he was serious.
Ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
But Liverpool, in terms of January, what they could address to fix things right now, I've said it before here, they need a volume passer. They need someone to be the anchor in midfield, similar to what you're saying you actually need with Spurs. Gravenberch isn't a 6. He's still an
More of
8,
an 8,
trapped
yeah,
in
yeah,
that
yeah.
6th position right now. They still need someone to solve that issue. But the manager, there's a lot of calls for his head, and at this point in time, I'm not inclined to disagree. Because it's just not been good enough.
Yeah.
You've been the Premier League champions, you're the current holders, and it's just been inconsistent. And the only reason it doesn't look worse, like we mentioned about all of our clubs so far, is because the way the Premier League is looking right now. And that 3 points just is a gap between 10 teams. But
They can easily finish third this season and make it look like, oh,
It's
we had
all
okay
right.
season,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
move
yeah,
on.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
it would
not
paper
been
over a
good
lot of
season.
cracks.
Yeah, it's
and a
not
lot of
been-
Liverpool fans want him out, and I
Yeah,
understand it.
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if going into the new season, if he stays at the end, they give him like 10, 15 games and potentially he's out the
Gone.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you reckon they do in January? Do you reckon they re-up to...
I think they spent too much money already, man.
If they go back in for Gahey,
Can they go back in for Gay at this point in time?
I mean, they
Get him
could
on a
still.
super cheap,
He's got.
I mean, because now
Europa
the
League, he's got a lot of
ball
loyalties to
is
Crystal
in his
Palace, no?
court, though, because obviously now every team is able to offer him a pre-contract agreement.
Yeah.
So it's maybe going to have a few more suitors. I know Faisal's always talking about Real Madrid want him, and a few others. Chelsea are rumoured to be interested.
Yep.
But I think, listen, if they do back him in January, could they still maybe do a Champions League run?
Could Liverpool do a champion? Just based
look
on the way
better
that
in
the
Europe.
league is,
Yeah,
just
and they
based,
look better.
based on the way that I don't.
Because
think
I
they'll-
do
I
think
just
that
don't
was
think
that
that
is
defence, man, that
being
defence.
overlooked a little
But
bit.
the thing
And I
is, there's
remember
so many
even when
inconsistent
Klopp would
teams.
have like the season where he finished 4th or whatever, he was still doing well in the Champions League, and everybody would kind of overlook the league season, and that kind of same almost benefit of the doubt isn't being given to Slot, despite him delivering a title last year.
Where are Liverpool in
They
the
sit in
Champions League
fourth.
table?
They sit in
Fourth at
fourth
the
right
moment.
now.
They're 6 points
They
behind
sit in
third
fourth
place.
right
What's
now.
their goal difference?
Plus 4.
Plus 4, 32
Plus 4.
goals scored, 28 conceded.
Right, you see what I'm saying? 28 goals conceded, bro.
You concede too many
Defensively,
goals, man.
they've
concede too
been
much.
shot this season.
It's
Like Kirkes
shots.
hasn't turned out what they wanted to be.
Yep.
Whatever fullback they're playing on the right side, whether it's Bradley, Frimpong's just come back from injury.
Yeah.
I said it many weeks ago on the pod. I feel like they should have kept Gomez as the right back just to shore up the defense. You don't need someone bombing up and down. I know Arne Slot wants someone up and down like Conor Bradley, and the reason why he signed Frimpong was to basically be like essentially like a second
Like a
right
winger,
winger.
yeah.
But at the moment, you can see how bad they are defensively, and you saw it today. If you have another centre back in there, like what every team is doing now, you shore up that defense.
thing is,
you shore up the back post, and
Yeah, but then
Even-
but it hinders their attack, though, innit? Gomez going forwards a little bit.
But right now, you
know
have
what
to
I
look
mean?
at it like what are they struggling with the most? Going forward or defensively? Going forward, they've got all the firepower. Defensively, they don't have much firepower.
Great, yeah.
Kanate is
And I
not
think
a
even when you
shell
look
of
at
himself.
the Liverpool under Klopp, when they used to have Trent and Robbo bombing, you always had Fabinho sitting in between the two centre backs, and it was almost like you had the
Forget Fabinho, you
the
had
blanket
Henderson
there.
there.
Henderson as well, yeah.
You almost had that kind of security blanket to allow the others. It's almost like now with Arne Slot, everybody's attacking, but then Virgil and Kanate are constantly left on an island, and there's
Fighting
just
for their lives.
always these counter attacks that are just able to just happen so quickly. But that draw leaves Liverpool 6 points off Aston Villa in 4th place, and Fulham, I think that is now.
And Fulham
11th
been
for
on a
them.
good run, you know. I think they had a really
Yeah.
good December.
Right, we've got them coming up, man. We've got
They
them
had a
coming up
really good
midweek.
December. Let me have a
Boy.
look.
I think Fulham have dropped 17 points from winning positions in the Premier League this
Is that the
season,
most now?
though.
Ah, yeah.
The most of any side.
Chelsea second, innit? On that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. We've dropped, I
I'm
think,
just taking a
15.
guess.
Yeah, pretty good chance.
Boy,
Yeah, they had an alright.
yeah.
They had an alright Christmas period, to be honest.
Man.
4 wins.
Well, that's that. Just to wrap up on the Premier League as well, Wolves managing to get their first win of the season this year, by the way.
Come on, we're coming for that derby.
I don't know if I should really be doing that, though, man,
They
because,
might have a
boy.
little gem.
Well,
there.
what was Derby's points record again? Was it 9 points?
It was 6.
Was it 6? I thought it was 12.
Was it not? Was it 12?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
yeah,
6
yeah,
12.
yeah.
7 points till we beat that record, man. So until we don't beat that record, actually.
3 goals. I think.
West Ham gone? You guys think West Ham are gone?
They have to be gone.
Yeah,
I think just for giving Wolves their first win, you must automatically be relegated.
At this current point in time, Forest and Leeds are just above West Ham. Forest by 4 points and Leeds by 8 points. I can't see Leeds dropping down. I think their home form is what's going to help them.
Calvert-Lewin as well.
Exactly. Calvert-Lewin.
But for me, all these newly promoted, every time you're a newly promoted team, you need to make your home ground a fortress. Every single time.
Bro.
Sunderland have done. Look at Sunderland. Sunderland are 8th right now. They're getting points away from home, but their home record
is what's keeping it together.
Forest, obviously, we know what happened with them at the beginning of the season. I think Sean Dyche should be able to hold it down for them.
Bro, that stadium, West Ham Stadium is going to be
coming from? So Derby got 11 in that 07-08 season.
Where Wolves' points coming from?
They got 11.
Their points are coming from.
Do they play Man United again?
The second Burnley game.
We played them twice.
Do they play Tottenham again?
They got Tottenham. Tottenham had
6 points right there.
It's the 6 pointers, bro.
6 points right there.
It's the Leeds, Forest, Burnley, and West Ham.
Nah, they could get over the 11 points.
And I can't lie, in the last month or so, what's his name? Is it Dan Edwards? Their manager?
Rob Edwards.
It's been good. Liverpool got, even though they
they lost that game.
They lost.
Yeah, he said the performances have been decent.
And against you guys, they played well. They've been really good. I think they've gone into every half time now against those big teams, only 1-0 down in comparison to last season,
they would have been brushed
where they were. It was like 3 or 2, and they were out of the game already.
Yeah.
So they're doing well. I can't lie. Then impossible for them to stay up. I think though.
For West Ham, though, man, losing 3-0 to that team there.
You think Nuno would be the first manager to be sacked twice in the same season in the Premier League?
Harsh.
He could be
Harsh, man.
I think it's harsh.
I think it's
They
harsh.
signed 2 random strikers.
Nah.
They signed one who's got 1 goal this season.
Yeah, insane. Tati Castellano, whatever his name
I don't know.
is.
It looked like they signed the same person twice. Bro, I saw it. Yeah,
The picture where it was one curly hair, one.
Yeah,
I actually thought it was the same
I
person
thought it was AI. It still might be AI. AI has been getting me a lot.
I'm seeing the
All
looking
I know is
AI's
I
been
don't
getting me,
think
you know? I
what's
saw
the-
Declan Rice in a bikini. I said, what's going on here?
Have you seen that? Have you seen the lineage of almost like Atletico Madrid strikers from like 05 to
Aguero,
like
Torres, yeah.
It's the most insane. You know, West Ham have the polar opposite of
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
If you look at their
horrible.
striker list, take away Mikel Antonio, record goal scorer, whatever, and just look at everything since 2015. It might be the most shambolic
It's
lineup.
horrible. It's
signed,
horrible.
who's the German guy that got right now? That's terrible.
Fulkrug, it is gone.
no,
He's gone.
he's
That Milan.
But he was terrible regardless.
I've never seen
Very
someone
minute.
fall upwards the way Fulkrug has.
And
all
what-
off the back of Wolves at that international tournament where he bullied a couple
in
goals.
the
in.
Euros,
No, but he had a good
Germany.
season when he was in thing as well.
Dortmund.
Yeah, he had a
Come on,
decent
man,
season.
Bro,
you know-
you know what sums up where West Ham are right now? I went football the other week at Mile End. In the cage where I was, Souček was there.
What do you mean by that?
I'll show you the video.
Souček
Souček was there. He was sitting down on the ball. They said, hey, Souček is there. I said, what?
He was sitting on the ball.
He was sitting on the ball. I said, Souček, we doing it?
He's
going through it.
I said, what did I see you got Man City at the weekend. We doing it.
He's going
You know what I mean?
wins just for Pauli. He said,
I need to
feel a win.
He was so humble. He was looking at me and that. Yeah, I was like, bro, good luck at the weekend against City. These times I triple captain Haaland. Yeah. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah,
he was praying on his downfall.
I realize, man.
You're in his ends as well. You don't know.
Bro, I'm telling you, but I think it's I'm not gonna say too much about why he was there, but I'll tell you man after in it. But
Yeah.
he's usually there, you know what I mean, yeah. But I was so confused why I was seeing Souček there, bro. But that's where West Ham are at. Man was in my lens. Football sesh, bro.
Do we have to check his hard drives as well? Or?
No, it's not that man like that. That's not like
I'll tell
that.
you after, like, it's a bit
No.
incriminating. That's a deal.
What kind of deal you got on Souček?
Nah, it's
picking up buck.
I don't want to talk about man's private life. innit? You understand why? You understand why?
He's going through it.
Well, listen, that is the end of the Premier League roundup, but we still have the
Reddit.
SDS Reddit
Yes,
segment.
sir.
Make sure you guys get involved in the
Reddit.
conversation in the comments as well.
Oh, what happened to the FPL league as well? Did we not do this yet?
Yo. Fries bag, bro.
Damn,
What
man.
was
I'm
it?
so excited.
Lalana Rhodes?
Yeah, Lalana Rhodes.
That's what he
Damn, man.
You look like sickos. You look like actual
Top
sickos.
gooners back there.
Top goons.
That's why they're behind camera.
Some top gooners.
Alert Economy says United need a manager like Allegri. He came in, took a poor Milan squad and turned them into winners. He has made Rafa Leao more involved in the build-up and defence. As a Milan fan, I love it. And United need a manager like him to become winners again. So if you love Allegri so much, why would you be trying to get rid of him? What is wrong with you? Do you not enjoy the feeling that you have currently? This is why your economy's on alert. I understand. The direction used next says, does the table think if Arsenal got Sesko and United got Gyökeres, would either striker be doing any better than they are now? Not a fan of either club, but I enjoy watching players who struggle but keeping the effort in. Makes it all the sweeter when a goal comes about. P.S. Please do a top 10 Spanish players since 2000. Hasib, that's one for you. But what do you guys make? If they did Freaky Friday.
Sesko would do better. Gyökeres would be just as bad.
I think he would be even worse, you know.
Potentially
Oh, yeah,
worse.
he'll be.
Because of the height. Because of the
Imagine
height.
7 defenders behind him.
Oi.
What's he doing? 7 defenders behind him.
Nah, true
He's
say.
just about doing 4 defenders behind him.
True say, though. They play chaotic. So he in space,
In
open
transition.
space.
In transition.
It's a bit
yeah.
That
different.
clip ball in the channel.
Yeah.
He might be enjoying
I
it,
think
though.
it'll be a bit better for him.
But then seeing Gyökeres after Højlund.
It would have been. It would
Could
come
you
a copy.
put up with that?
No, not possible. We'd want him out from like game week 2.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
Sesko, we
know.
have a lot more time.
But
for
then
him
again, it's
because we
Amram's
see
guy,
a
though.
decent
He's
football.
Amram's guy.
And Amram
Yeah.
still didn't go for him. That's a red flag in itself. Even though
He turned you down. He turned you down.
Amram's a walking red flag himself, though. But even still, that would have been a red flag for
Boy.
him still. But I think Sesko would look better at Arsenal.
Yeah,
No,
he would've.
100%.
Next one here says Slot needs to go. 0-0 to Leeds and 2-2 to Fulham. Back to back with no signs of improvement. Slot relies on opposition errors and moments of magic from our players. We have no build up in our attack.
Well
We
said.
just pass side to side with no intention of scoring. Back when we had Henderson at the right eight,
Yeah.
we had him constantly overlapping with Trent and Salah, causing mayhem and chances for us. Now all we do is pass sideways and from our right back to our right wing with no real overlaps. Likewise on the left wing.
Spot on.
Spitting.
Spot on. Spot on.
Boring record here says, how likely is it that Chelsea get a new manager this season and win another trophy? It seems like Chelsea do historically well when they have been written off.
Boy, that's what Chelsea do, bro. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can get number 3. I don't want no, yeah. I mean, League Cup, and I know we've got these man and that.
What's
Number 3 what?
Number 3, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you've never tasted.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the end of the podcast. Leave a
them,
like,
bro.
leave a
You got no
comment,
Champions
turn your
League, is that it?
notifications
The
on,
Champions
and we
League
will
all
catch
over
you
here.
guys
They're
next
all over
week.
here.
Make sure you're here.
got
Till
that
then,
money.
people,
You
take care.
got that